edition is a special presentation of NCW Life Channel Sports. Today, the Wenatchee Applesox host the Portland Pickles in West Coast League Summer Collegiate Baseball. Our broadcast is brought to you by these fine sponsors: The Alignment Pros and Express Lube, Auto Mocha, Biosports Physical Therapy, Color FX, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, One Way Construction, and The Windmill. Now, let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium with NCW Life Channel Sports Director Eric Granstrom.
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It is hot here as August has approached, and the playoff situation is also very hot as the Applesox try to get there for the first time since 2013. It's the Applesox and the Yakima Valley Pippins tonight, our fourth and final scheduled broadcast here on the NCW Live Channel, and we're knocking on wood that maybe we get some postseason involved as well. Applesox had a thrilling win last night as they came from behind to knock off Yakima Valley in a literal walk-off in 10 innings. We'll talk more about that coming up. Also on the pregame show, we'll talk with Kyle Crustangel, the head coach of the Applesox, to find out how the team is faring, considering they're losing some guys that have to head back to play some college ball as their seasons are already beginning around some of the Division I schools. Also, we'll talk with Jose Oglesby, who is the owner of the Applesox, about a very special award handed out last night and how he's feeling as his team in his second season of owning the Applesox is posing themselves for the postseason. It's all right here as we continue with the pregame show, getting ready for baseball tonight. It's Yakima Valley against your Wenatchee Applesox coming up on the NCW Life Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCW Life Channel. I think this is the hottest day we've had all summer. Talking with Kyle Crustangel now, head coach for the Applesox. Turning up the heat a little bit. I mean, perfect timing for the playoff push, right?
Hey, exactly right. It's been a cool summer, and the guys have enjoyed it. But we're ready for some of that Central Washington heat. So guys are ready. Ball will fly a little bit better. So we're excited to see some triple digits coming up.
Well, you guys rally late last night and then get the literal walk-off with a Bush's loaded walk in the 10th. Good resiliency again from your club last night.
Yeah, guys, they definitely don't stop fighting, and that's kind of been our mode for the last few weeks is just, stay in a ball game late and we find a way to win. I think good teams, can truly find a way. I thought we were sluggish early, made a couple errors early, bats were kind of cold, but shoot, if we're in a ball game late, we're finding a way right now. And yeah, it didn't seem as exciting as the last walk-off win, but a walk-off win in extras nonetheless.
Well, and more importantly, Victoria loses last night, so now you're tied coming into tonight. Are you the guys looking at that? I know you probably are, but are the players looking at that too? Yeah, for sure. They know. When the games are over, they're checking. It's kind of an interesting situation right now. As long as we keep winning the next two nights, it's kind of a win-win because, if Victoria ends up winning a game or two, then Bellingham drops off by a game or two. If Bellingham goes in there and takes care of business this series and we keep winning, now all of a sudden we're in first place. So if we can win, sweep this series, come away with the win tonight and play for the Brooms tomorrow, we're going to like where we sit because there's really not a bad scenario with what happens, in that Bellingham-Victoria series. But guys are fired up. They know what it means to this city and to the organization to make playoffs. So we're, as you can tell, we're giving it our best effort every single night. Special night for you guys last night with Johnny Sage playing his last game in an Applesox uniform. Kind of bittersweet for you, I know, but hey, the colleges are getting fired up now that the month of August is here. Talk about losing guys, but then also finding guys.
Yeah, this is a tough time of the year. I mean, we lost Dylan McPhillips, and Sac State had their first practice August 1st. So it's a hard scenario for us. With Johnny, I mean, obviously Johnny Applesox, the name speaks for himself. I mean, what an unbelievable character and player. He's given everything he's got in the last 2 years to this city, and been arms opening to him. Very sad to see him go. I think, I've coached over 400 games with Johnny between high school, summer leagues, this level, and at Yakima Valley Community College. So heck of a ride for the two of us, and sad to see him go. But right now we're losing guys almost every single day, but we're bringing in new guys every single day. Today we welcome Torrin Montgomery to the team, 35th round draft pick by the Miami Marlins, going to Boise State. So we're very fortunate to have him. A couple more tomorrow, and a couple other Pac-12 guys joining next week. So as soon as we lose, we're looking to replenish, and we've been really blessed with the type of talent we're bringing in late. It can be hard for teams to find, WCL type talent. We feel like the guys we've signed down the stretch here, are as good as the guys that we're losing. So very blessed, and hopefully that keeps us hunting for the playoffs. And once we get there, we're looking to win the whole thing.
You bring in a guy that looks like a tight end, for goodness sakes. I mean, it's good to have him in your pocket somewhere.
Yeah, and he's going tonight. Yeah, he's an absolute physical specimen. Tight end, yeah, looks like it's insane. So, I can definitely see he passed the eye test when the Marlins called his name on draft day, and he chose not to sign. But I'm excited to see what he has tonight. We know he's athletic. We know he runs, and he's got a good bat. It's kind of why he was drafted. So hopefully he fits right in. He'll be in the 6 hole tonight, and look for him to drive the baseball over the yard.
Well, best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. Kyle Crustangel joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and tell you what else happened last night across the West Coast League. And we'll talk more about Johnny Sage and a special award that was given out last night with Jose Oglesby as we continue with the pregame show coming up on the NCW Life channel.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as they get the bases set here and a hot night at the ballpark. I've got a thermometer here on the desktop and it says 116 in the direct sunlight, and I don't know, it could be right here as we take a look at what happened last night across the West Coast League. Wenatchee literally walked off in extra innings against Yakima Valley. Game tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 10th with the bases loaded for Hunter Montgomery. Voice of the Applesox, Joel Norman, had the call on the Applesox Radio Network, and the video courtesy of Wenatchee's Facebook page.
3-1 the count with 1 out. Again, bases loaded for Wenatchee. A 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 10th. The pitch outside, ball 4, and the Applesox walk it off. A bases loaded walk to Hunter Montgomery. That's the 3rd walk-off of the year for the Applesox. They pick up a 4-3 victory here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
In his last game ever as an Applesox, Johnny Sage was 2 for 4 with a run. He has to return to Purdue for his senior year. Now, prior to last night's game, Sage given the first ever Tommy Watanabe Award. Applesox owner Jose Oglesby created the award in honor of the former Wenatchee pitcher who tragically died upon returning home to California after being on the team back in 2017. Also collecting 2 hits apiece in last night's win, Blake Klassen, Cody Darcy, and Brent Gillis. Ryan Eisler did a stellar job on the mound, allowing no runs and just just 1 hit in 4 innings of relief with a couple of strikeouts. Cameron Summer got the win, pitching a shutout 10th. Also in the West Coast League last night, Colin Burns and Caleb Manuel each had 3 hits in Bellingham's 12-6 shellacking of Victoria. Emmanuel Dean's 3-run home run highlighted a 5-run second as Walla Walla beat Kelowna 6-2. Chaz Martinez was 3 for 4 for the Sweets with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Trace Tomorrow's 2-run double highlighted a 4-run 6 for the Knights as Corvallis won at Cowlitz 6-4. Gavin Rourke's 1-out bases loaded RBI single in the bottom of the ninth gave Port Angeles a walk-off 5-4 win over Portland. Taking a look at the current West Coast League North Division standings, Victoria Wenatchee tied atop the second half standings at 13-6. Port Angeles 3 games back at 11-8. Then you have Yakima Valley at 8-12, Kelowna at 7-12, Bellingham at 6-12. In the South right now, Corvallis continues to lead at 13-5, 3.5 games in front of Portland. Cowlitz is 9-10, 4.5 back. Ridgefield and Walla Walla both 8-10, while Bend 5-13. Now let's look at the playoff picture in the North. If Victoria wins the second half as they did the first, comes down to the team in the North Division with the next best overall record. That right now would be Wenatchee at 25-21. Bellingham a game and a half back at 23-22. Port Angeles still alive at 21-24, 3.5 games back. Now around the schedule of the West Coast League tonight, Bellingham hosting Victoria at Joe Martin Field. Portland is at Port Angeles. Bend hosts Kelowna. Corvallis is at Cowlitz. And coming up at 7:05, it's Walla Walla hosting Ridgefield. That's our look around the West Coast League. We'll come back as we continue with our pregame show. Jose Oglesby, owner of the Applesox, join us next on the NCW Life Channel.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
The pregame show continues here on the NCW Life Channel as we get ready for this matchup between the Applesox and the Pippins. Now talking with Jose Oglesby, who is the owner of the Applesox. And Jose, first of all, pretty exciting to have the team for the first time since 2013 looking at the playoffs for real this year.
Well, I wasn't here then, but it sure is exciting to be in a playoff race.
Well, they've got a few things to take care of first, including tonight here against Yakima Valley. But you got to be excited about how this team has come together, and the camaraderie just seems to be everywhere you look on this team.
Absolutely. The kids seem to be having fun. The fans are having fun. I'm having fun. Hey, it's fun for everybody.
Let's talk about a guy that played his last game for your team the last night in Johnny Sage. You created an award to hand out to an Applesox player. I want to have you tell us a little bit more about that in recognition of a young player who played for us a few seasons ago and unfortunately passed away once he got back home to California.
Right. We just wanted to honor Tommy's spirit of the game. The award really isn't so much about the baseball as it is about the community. It's about, the Applesox family. And we're all in it together. And Johnny really exemplified that. The baseball talent was a bonus, but really his demeanor and the way that he approached the game, the way he kept his teammates motivated and loose, that was great.
So every year you're going to award an Applesox player the Johnny Wanatabi Award. Did you talk with the family about that, and what were their input?
Oh, yes. No. We've been in touch with them from the moment we decided to do this, and they've been very, very supportive. They are amazing class people, and, they would have liked to have been here to present the award themselves, but, Johnny had to leave a little earlier. But they'll be here next week, and I look forward to welcoming them and having a few moments to share with them the family that we have here.
Second season for you as the owner of the Applesox. Last year, I mean, it happened right before the season started. How are you feeling as the owner, and what's the projection for you on the Applesox now celebrating 20 years?
It's great. It's awesome. I mean, you know, few things last 20 years. That's a long time to be around. So I think that's a testament to the community and the support that we have. It's amazing. I'm getting notes from players that played for us, you know, 20 years ago. And that's really gratifying. So I think we're just going to continue and try to keep it going for another 20 years.
Well, Jose, thanks for our relationship here of bringing the TV station out. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. We got to keep talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Jose Oglesby. He's the owner of the Wenatchee Applesox as they still make that run for the playoffs. We're going to talk about tonight's lineups as we continue with the pregame show next here on the NCW Life Channel. You had one more thing to say?
Sox are hot.
Hashtag Sox are hot. We'll be right back.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. They're announcing the starting lineups, getting ready for our anthem. Let's give the Yakima lineup here real quickly as announced by their head coach, Marcus McKimmey. He's assisted by former Applesox pitching coach Rob Hippie and assistants Dustin Brader and Justin Jacobs. Batting first, the designated hitter Eddie Pelk. He's also the pitcher tonight for Yakima Valley. Batting second will be center fielder Luke Schwartz. Batting third, second baseman Brady Hormel. Batting fourth, left fielder Kyle Dean. Batting fifth, right fielder Christian Padilla. Batting sixth will be first baseman Tyler Dean. Batting seventh will be catcher James Bell. Batting eighth will be the shortstop Tanner Parker, and batting ninth will be third baseman Aiden Welch. We've got our anthem coming up. We'll take a break and come back into the Applesox lineup and our first pitch coming up next here on the NCW Life Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today. Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Well, the anthem nicely done by a couple of staff members here for the Wenatchee Applesox as we get you ready for baseball here tonight between the Sox and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Let's take a look now at the lineup here for the Wenatchee Applesox. As announced by their head coach, Kyle Crustangel. He's assisted by Cash Ulrich, Tyler Von Drasek, and Jacob Prater. Batting first will be left fielder Cody Colden. Batting second, third baseman Connor Kiefer. Batting third, right fielder Blake Klassen. Batting fourth will be the center fielder Dalton Harum. Batting third, the DH tonight is Hunter Montgomery. Batting sixth is first baseman Torrin Montgomery. He's brand new to the Applesox here this weekend as he comes in out of, well, he'll be a Boise State freshman coming up. And you heard from Kyle Crustangel about 6'3", 210-pound Torrin Montgomery, who will be starting at first base here tonight for the Applesox. Welcome to Torrin. Also batting seventh will be shortstop Cody Darcy. Batting eighth will be the catcher Cody Simmons, and batting ninth will be second baseman Jason Hereda. There's your lineup for the Applesox. Also Cody Simmons, brand new to the Applesox lineup, senior to be coming up at Whitworth University. Eddie Pelk will be the pitcher on the mound for the Yakima Valley Pippins. The starter tonight on the mound for the Wenatchee Applesox, Seth Kuykendall, the 6'3", 180-pound right-hander, will be on the mound here getting the start for the Applesox here tonight, as he will set up here against the lineup here for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Kuykendall's had a good summer for the Wenatchee Applesox. His record not reflecting necessarily that. A 1-2 record, but a 1.72 earned run average, making his 9th appearance of the season, his 5th start. Has pitched 31 1/3 innings, has given up 13 runs on 36 hits. Now, the defense has been the Achilles heel when Kuykendall's been on the mound. Only 6 earned runs on the season in those 31 1/3. As we're ready for the first pitch, Eddie Pelk steps in, and here we go with baseball tonight on the NCW Life Channel. The wind and delivery from Kuykendall is across for a strike, and we are underway at 37 minutes past the hour here on the NCW Life Channel. Eddie Pelk, a 5'9", 185-pound freshman out of San Diego, stepping in, and the next pitch swung on, popped up, foul down the left field line, and that will get into the Pepsi Picnic Pavilion or beyond it, and the count 0-2 on Eddie Pelk. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by the Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube, including front and four-wheel alignment. This pitch swung on, fouled down the left field line, but play right at the foul line. In fact, actually in fair territory. But Cody Colden, getting his first start out in left field, is able to make the catch for the out. So one down, no problem for Kuykendall on the mound. Brings up center fielder Luke Schwartz. The Alignment Pros, by the way, online at alignpros.com, or you can see them at 182 Eastmont Avenue in East Wenatchee. A curveball here is a strike called to Luke Schwartz. 0-1 the count to Schwartz, the center fielder for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Pippins, by the way, if you're not familiar with their mascot or what exactly a pippin is, it's a kind of apple that's popular down in the Yakima Valley. So a nod by both teams to the apple. Of course, the Applesox here. This pitch misses low and inside. Count goes to 2-1 on Luke Schwartz, the 5'9", 180-pound junior out of Western Illinois. Stands in the right-handed batter's box, all the way in the back of the batter's box, and this curveball is taken for a strike, and the count evens to Schwartz at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schwartz on the season batting just 174, 23 for 132 on the season with 9 RBIs. The 2-2 wind and delivery by Kuykendall on the way is swung on and missed, and the first strikeout of the ball game comes in the second batter here in the first inning, and that makes 2 down for Yakima Valley.
Now coming to bat,
bringing up Brady Hormel. Hormel, second baseman for Yakima Valley. And Coach Marcus McKimmey, 5'10", 185-pound freshman out of Nevada, Reno. Steps in the left-handed batter's box. Interesting game last night for the Applesox and the Pippins. This pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. 0-1 the count to Brady Hormel, with Wenatchee getting the run early, taking the lead, but then losing the lead and having to come back, scoring a run in the 7th, again in the 8th. Had a chance to win it flat out in 9th, but just couldn't push the run across as they got the leadoff man aboard in the 9th last night. Ended up stranding him out at second base. But the Sox were able to load the bases in the bottom of the 10th last night and get the victory on a bases loaded walk. The wind and delivery on the 1-1 is in there, but inside apparently, and the count goes to 2-1 on Brady Hormel. Other games we'll be watching around the West Coast League tonight, of course, closely watching what's happening in Bellingham with Victoria at Joe Martin Field tonight. This pitch swung on and hit hard to right field, but right at Blake Klassen. He'll look up into the sunshine and make the grab. So a 3-up, 3-down story for Yakima Valley here in their half of the first. The Applesox are due up next. Scoreless here in Wenatchee. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Applesox baseball on the NCW Life channel, brought to you by Automocha. What's your Automocha emergency? Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automocha with inside seating across from 5th Street, across right here from Wenatchee Valley College. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Life channel. Gorgeous night, hot night. I think it's going to be. We'll have to check in with the official statistician of the Applesox, longtime fan favorite Bruce, to find out what the temperature, if this is the hottest night at the ballpark this season. The temperature up at the airport is only 87, but you're up near Orchards up there, and a little bit of wind here down low where we have Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. According to my desk thermometer, it says 113 right here in the sunshine. Due up for the Applesox here. They're part of the first. Cody Colden, Connor Kiefer, and Blake Klassen. The Applesox have lost 2 of their best hitters of the season. Cole McKenzie gone with a wrist injury. In fact, I think he's second in the league in batting in his time spent in Wenatchee with a .370 batting average. Now Johnny Sage playing his last game last night at .327 batting average, so they lose those 2 good sticks. Cody Colden steps in. The first pitch to him from Eddie Pelk is high for ball 1. Pelk, a 5'9", 185-pound freshman out of San Diego, looks in, gets a sign from his catcher James Bell, and the lefty's delivery on the 1-0 is across for a strike, and the count even to Cody Colden at 1 ball and 1 strike. Not a bad crowd here on Saturday night. Coug night at the ballpark. This pitch swung on and grounded towards the left side. Third baseman will spin and throw, and it's in time. Nice play by Aiden Welch, going to his left, skimming on the grass, getting the ball, and then spinning around and making the throw on time. So it has an earmark of maybe things to come here for this game tonight. That'll bring up third baseman Connor Kiefer, 6'4", 170-pound junior out of Southern Illinois. Doing a good job for the Applesox here this summer. Kiefer takes the first pitch for a strike, and a count 0-1 on Connor Kiefer, batting .233 on the season. Next pitch bounces in for a ball, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Our 4th scheduled broadcast of the 4 here on the NCW Life channel. And who knows, maybe we'll get some postseason. We'll bring that for you as well. The 1-1 pitch now makes it 2-1 as it bounces in to Kiefer, hitting .232 on the season, 10 for 43 in limited action. Into the ball game comes on the second batter for the Applesox as Kiefer lifts one into left center. Luke Schwartz will pick it up, but not before Kiefer's safely down at first base. And with one on, one down, that'll bring up Blake Klassen. Klassen, right fielder for the Applesox tonight, is also rotated in at first base. Klassen, a 6'2", 205-pound incoming freshman at the University of Arizona. Talking with the radio voice of the Applesox before the ball game tonight, about the guys that are having to leave. He says it's different for different schools. He says back east or in the Midwest, some of the Division I schools, they start practice the first week of August, and so they want their guys back. So a lot of guys having to part, including Sage last night. Johnny having to leave town to head back to Purdue. This pitch is across the knees for a strike to Klassen, and the count 0-1 on Blake. But Blake Klassen, out of the Pac-12, they don't make it mandatory that their players return for their fall practice, if you will, the 1st of August. And so that's why Blake Klassen is still here. Thanks to Joel Norman for the insight. The radio voice of the Applesox, calling it on Sunny FM tonight. They've got a stream on Facebook as well. This pitch misses away for a ball. Evens the count to Klassen, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Blake batting .312 on the season, 40 for 128. He's got 1 home run and 21 RBIs. Runner down at first is Connor Kiefer, squinting into the sunshine under the brim of his hard hat down there. And the pitch is a curveball off the glove. It goes, and Kiefer easily into second base as he was running on the pitch, which was low and in the dirt. And I'd give him a stolen base for that, even though it was a wild pitch. Count to Klassen, 2-1, and now a chance for Blake to drive home his 22nd RBI of the season. Give Wenatchee an early lead here tonight against Yakima Valley. The Applesox have played very well here the second half of the season. This pitch swung on and fouled out of play, and the count evens to Klassen at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Applesox doing a great job here in the second half of the season, playing at home. And in fact, Paul Thomas Senior Stadium has proven to be a very difficult place for visitors to come here and play. Applesox have won 8 straight league games here at home. That ties for the second longest in team history. This pitch misses outside for ball 3, so it's run full to Klassen at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Also overall with non-league added in, the Sox have won 10 straight here at home. That ties the record for the most back from the 2007 and 2008 teams here with the Applesox. Klassen back in. The pitch swung on and fouled back, and he was just under that one. And the count remains at 3-2. Applesox baseball also brought to you by Color Effects, offering screen printing, embroidery, digital printing, and logo design for your team, school, business, or church at a fair price. Locally owned for over 20 years. Call Color Effects at 509-470-9586. That's 509-470-9586. Runner at second with 1 down, and the 3-2 pitch again to Klassen, cued off the end of the bat, and we'll come over here to the on-deck circle and look out Dalton Harum. And the count remains at 3-2. Looking out at the flag in left center field, not any movement at all. So a strange night here. We had wind last Saturday like a gangbuster, and now tonight a still night here at the ballpark. 3-2 count remains, and a turn and a look back by Pelk. Nobody covering the bag. Closest there was Brady Hormel, but he wasn't anywhere close to take a throw from the pitcher. So just a little look back there in order to get Kiefer close to the bag. 3-2 pitch again to Klassen is outside for ball 4. So the Sox with runners at first and second with 1 down will bring up Dalton Harum.
Center fielder, Dalton Harum.
Harum, a 6'3", 215-pound senior at Virginia Tech. Of course, originally here from Wenatchee. Tell you what, I would like this lineup here for my football team. Black Klassen at 6'2", 205. Harem 6'3", 215. Hunter Montgomery at 6'1", 205. Torrin Montgomery, the new addition, 6'3" and 210. Put him on my offensive line. Pitch in the dirt is going to allow everybody to move up 90 feet. So that's a wild pitch, and the Sox in business here in the first inning. As the count is 1-0 on Dalton Harem. New set of baseballs run out by our bat boy here tonight. I'll say bat boy just to make my wife happy, who's sitting next to me here at our broadcast location atop the third base dugout. Joel Norman, the radio voice of the Applesox, said he was going to try to use this broadcast location for one of his radio broadcasts just to see a little different angle on things. Pitch to the plate is high for a ball here, and the count quickly 2-0 on Dalton Harem. Harem batting 197. He's 19 for 96 on the season. Does have 3 home runs. 16 RBIs for the Sox center fielder. Played a lot in left field for Wenatchee. And the pitch to the plate is across. Looked a little low, but a strike called by the home plate umpire. We've got Dylan Parker and Lucas Colucci umpiring the game here tonight. Dylan behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Lucas out there on the base paths. With runners at second and third, Kiefer at third, Klassen at second. And a 2-1 count to Harem. Long look in by Eddie Pelk. And I thought maybe Harem would step out. He does not. Now Pelk ready with the pitch. It's swung on and fouled into the glove and off the glove. And the count goes even to Harem at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast tonight on television, on Local-Tel, Channel 12, Charter Channel 19, also streaming on our website at ncwlife.com, and also on our Facebook stream. Hello, Facebook viewers. If you're watching on Facebook tonight, tell us hello, and we'll say hello back. This pitch swung on and hit in the gap between center and left, but a long run and falling down as a center fielder. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly. RBI. Sox lead it 1-0 on the well-driven ball by Dalton Harem. So F8 if you're scoring at home, as Kiefer will score. Holding at second was Klassen. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly. So 2 down in the inning for the Applesox with 1 run in, and that'll bring up the designated hitter Hunter Montgomery. Montgomery, 6'1", 205-pound junior out of Portland, steps in the right-handed batter's box. And Pelk with the delivery to him. Curveball misses a little low for ball 1. One nothing lead for Wenatchee here in the bottom of the first with a runner aboard and 1 in and 2 down. And the 1-0 pitch bounces in, gets off the glove of the catcher. That's going to allow Klassen to get down to third base on another wild pitch. So 2 wild pitches in the inning for Pelk. And it's a 2-0 count to Montgomery. Montgomery, by the way, batting .232 on the season for Wenatchee, looking possibly now for his 23rd RBI, as he's 29 for 125 on the season. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's a fastball missing inside for ball 3. Calm night here at the ballpark. Pretty good crowd on hand here on Cougar night. Started by the original owner of the Applesox, a Cougar himself, Jim Corcoran. This pitch taken for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1 on Montgomery. Montgomery back in. Pelk ready. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, or 3-1 pitch. It's outside for ball 4. So the second walk given up by Pelk here puts runners on the corners for Wenatchee, and the 6th man will come to the plate here in the inning. First baseman Torrin Montgomery. Welcome to Wenatchee, Torrin Montgomery. Montgomery, good size as he steps in the right-handed batter's box at 6'3" and 210, freshman to be at Boise State. Toss over to the bag at first, pretty close over there as Hunter Montgomery scrambles back to the bag. Torrin Montgomery, as we mentioned, freshman coming in at Boise State. The runner for first goes. The pitch is swung on and popped foul out of play down the right field line. And a count 0-1 on Torrin Montgomery. Selected in the 35th round of this year's draft by the Miami Marlins. This pitch is low. The runner from first goes. The throw down to second base. Now we got a rundown and a little double run here as Klassen is off the base at third, and we have a rundown between third and home. Klassen digging, but is going to be tagged out by eventually the pitcher. So that would go 2-4-2-5-1. 2-4-2-5-1. The Applesox are erased here in the first, but they do get a run on a base hit. They leave a man. We'll head to the second inning of play. Wenatchee 1, Yakima Valley nothing. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as the Applesox lead it by a score of 1-0. We head to the second inning of play, and here due up for the Yakima Valley Pippins, Kyle Dean will step into the right-handed batter's box to face Seth Kuykendall. The first pitch is fisted down the right field line and out of play, or not out of play, but foul. And the count 0-1 on Kyle Dean. Dean batting .217 on the season for Yakima Valley. And the 0-1 pitch to him is in the dirt outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Kyle, big fella, 6'2", 205-pound senior to come at Cal State Monterey Bay for Yakima Valley. Kuykendall quickly working on the mound, and the 1-1 pitch is swung on and hit in the left center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. And so a leadoff single here for Yakima Valley. Their hit, the first hit of the ball game against Kuykendall. That'll bring up Christian Padilla. Applesox baseball on the broadcast tonight is brought to you by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians. Celebrating 25 years in the car care business, they speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. So the first hit of the ball game comes here for Wenatchee, or for the Pippins anyway, in the bottom or top of the second. 1 on, nobody down, and the pitch to the plate is low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Christian Padilla, right fielder, 5'11", 170-pound junior out of Boise State. The 1-0 pitch is low as well for ball 2 to Padilla. Christian in last night's ball game went 1 for 5 with an RBI and also struck out once. Kuykendall checks the runner over his shoulder, and the pitch is swung on and grounded to third, and it goes under Kiefer's glove and under the bare hand of the shortstop Darcy. So an error on the play going to be coming here against third baseman Connor Kiefer. Down to second goes Dean. Padilla is safe at first. And that has definitely been something the Applesox have dealt with all season long, is the problems defensively here this season.
Light blue green. Go Sox, double them off now. Punt. Go Sox. Good guys.
Wenatchee earlier this week had 81 errors on the season, had a couple last night, and now one here tonight. The delivery by Kuykendall, curveball in for a strike to Tyler Dean. And the count 0-1 to the first baseman, 6'3", 210 pounds. Junior to be at St. Edwards. Kuykendall again ready with runners at first and second, nobody out. And the curveball is just inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Life Channel as we're just after 7 o'clock in the Great Northwest. 1-0 Wenatchee leading here in the top of the second, but that lead tenuous right now with 2 aboard and nobody out for Yakima Valley. The 1-1 pitch to Dean, swung on and ripped to right field for a base hit. That's going to quickly get to Klassen's glove, and Blake will throw it in. It'll be cut off by the first baseman, Torrin Montgomery. So bases are now jammed for Yakima Valley. And that'll bring up catcher James Bell. Bell hitting .283 for the Pippins this summer. Does not have a home run. 8 RBIs on the season for Bell. So a chance to pick one up here, and the curveball is a little high for ball 1 from Kuykendall. Kuykendall working from the stretch. Big right-hander looks in, gets the sign from Cody Simmons, new catcher for the Applesox. And the curveball just inside for ball 2. Not happy are the fans gathered here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on that ball call by the home plate umpire Dylan Parker. 2-0 count to Bell with the bases jammed. Dean at third, Padilla at second, Tyler Dean at first. 2 base hits in the inning and an error. And the pitch to the plate swung on, and he was behind that ball and fouled it away, and the count goes to 2-1 on James Bell. Mariners are playing down in Houston, and in the bottom of the 8th, they trail it 9-0 to the Astros. So the troubles continue on the rebuild season for the Mariners. Pitch here swung on a grounded to third. Down is Kiefer. He's going to throw home, but throws high, and it will go off the glove of the catcher. And another error is going to result in a run here as Dean will score. Everybody safe around the horn. That'll be a throwing error.
Pitch here swung on a ground
on Kiefer.
Down is Kiefer. He's going to throw
home, but throws high. Run comes in to score. We're tied at 1, and Yakima Valley still result in a run here. Nobody out. As Tanner Parker will step in for the Pippins. Parker batting .272 on the season, 21 RBIs. He does have a couple of home runs. Steps in the left-handed batter's box here, and the first pitch is over the top of the catcher. Here comes a runner home, and he's safe. So another run scores, this time on a wild pitch. Tyler Dean moves to third. James Bell to second. It's 2-1 Yakima Valley, and a 1-0 count on Tanner Parker.
Pitch is over the top of the catcher. Here comes a runner home.
And he's safe. So now it's a battle between the ears, maybe even more so than physically. Parker with a count 1-0 to him. First base is open. Pitch misses high for ball 2. 2-0 the count. So Kuykendall got the first 3 batters he faced out in order in the first. Gave up a single to Kyle Dean to start off the second. This pitch swung on a grounded right to the first baseman, and Montgomery's going to throw home. The throw is in time. They got him for the out. Double play. Torrin Montgomery, great job getting down to a knee. gets the ball, steps on the bag, and then fires home to Cody Simmons. And they combine on the out of Tyler Dean. 2 down in the inning. On the play, James Bell goes over to third base. So 3 unassisted on the putout on Parker for the first out. And then 3-2 on the putout on Tyler Dean. That'll bring up Aiden Welch. So the first pitch is fouled away, and the count goes to 0-1 on Welch. Third baseman is a 6', 200-pound junior out of Colorado State, University of Pueblo, here in the 9th spot to the batting order for Coach Marcus McKimmey. They wind in delivery on the 0-1 as a curveball swung on, and this is going to get out for a base hit, maybe extra bases. The run's easily going to score. Rounding first and holding there will be Welch, and it's now 3-1 Yakima Valley. RBI for Welch as Bell comes home to score. That's an unearned run. And back to the top of the order for Eddie Pelk. Pelk 0 for 1, flew out to left in his first at bat back in the first inning. Kuykendall's delivery is low, bouncing in, but a nice stop by Cody Simmons to the count 1-0 on Eddie Pelk. Pelk, by the way, batting .243 on the season for Yakima Valley. Listed as an outfielder, but getting the start on the mound tonight is everybody's losing some bodies to head back to college. The pitch to the plate is a curveball in for a called strike, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Pelk. Luke Swartz waiting on deck, hoping for a chance with 2 down here in the top of the second. 3 runs are in for Yakima Valley as they've erased a 1-0 lead. This pitch swung on, hit in the air to left field, and over ranging to his left is Cody Colden. He'll make the catch for the out, and that'll do it, but not before. Yakima Valley gets 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left. We will head to the bottom of the second. Applesox with some work to do. They trail at 3-1. You're listening and watching to Applesox Baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Well, the Applesox with some work to do as they did last night as they got their lead early and then lost it. And now we'll have to come back again here tonight as they trail at 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Torrin Montgomery, Cody Darcy, and Cody Simmons due up in this inning for the Applesox. It was Montgomery who was up in the last inning for Wenatchee when Blake Klassen got caught in a rundown between home and third for the final out of that inning. First pitch here is taken for a strike in the count 0-1 on Torrin Montgomery. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to left field, running back towards the warning track, and still on the run, making the catch is Kyle Dean out there. So a long fly ball out in his first at bat for the Applesox and Torrin Montgomery, and with 1 down, that'll bring up shortstop Cody Darcy. So Eddie Pelk found himself in a pickle in that first inning, but was able to get out of it on a kind of a delayed double steal attempt by the Applesox. And the pitch to the plate swung on and line drive base hit for Cody Darcy. Over the shortstop Tanner Parker's reach and into left field. And with one on and one down, that brings up catcher Cody Simmons. Cody, a 5'9", 190-pound senior to be at Whitworth. Coming in late for the Applesox here. Hit .304 in 37 games for Whitworth as a junior last year. He was also an Applesox in 2017. First pitch to him here, high and inside, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count to Simmons. Cody in 2017 for the Applesox in 15 games, so limited playing time, hit .242. This pitch misses high for ball 2, 2-0. Cody, a graduate of Wenatchee High School. Varsitied for 3 seasons under coach Jeff Zender, so Sox fans familiar with Cody Simmons. This pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count goes to 2-1 on Cody. 1 on, 1 down for Wenatchee in a 3-1 ball game. The Applesox trail it here in the bottom of the second. And a hot night here at the ballpark. 2-1 count to Simmons, and the delivery low. Thinking about running towards second was Cody Darcy, but he holds there, and the count goes to 3-1. Again, Eddie Pelk looking in, gets a sign from James Bell, his catcher, and the pitch swung on and missed. And the count runs full to Simmons at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Simmons wearing number 31 on his back. Sox with their navy blue uniform tops with their red trimmed in white pants. Yakima Valley with their Granny Smith green tops. This pitch is low and inside for a ball. So the Applesox have runners aboard here with 1 down for second baseman Jason Herrera. So Herrera with a chance to do some damage and get some run support back for Seth Kuykendall as the Sox trail at 3-1 here. Runners with short leads at first and second, and the pitch to the plate by Pelk misses high and inside, or high and outside with that curveball. 1-0 the count to the Sox second baseman. Number 9 man in the order for the Applesox. Fastball misses away for ball 2. 2-0 the counts. We'll get you a rundown on some of the other games that are happening in the West Coast League tonight here in a moment, as Wenatchee and Yakima Valley do battle here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and Rob Hippie wants to come out and have a visit with his pitcher Eddie Pelk. Our broadcast tonight on the NCW Life Channel brought to you in part by One Way Construction, a premier custom home builder and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. Online at onewayconstructionnw.com. Also by The Windmill, a time-tested restaurant providing traditional steakhouse meals and a homey, old-fashioned dining room. Open 7 days a week, 4:30 to 9. Call 509-665-9529 for The Windmill. So Hippie retreats to the dugout. We saw him in the opposite dugout for so many years, assisting Ed Nags here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I'm sure Rob is still spending his time at Central Washington University as well. 2-0 pitch to Herrera, misses low for ball 3. So probably part of the message to Pelk on the mound from Hippie was, hey, your team just gave you a lead, hang on to it. The pitch here misses outside for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk given up, back-to-back walks, and that loads the bases, and back to the top of the order for left fielder Cody Colden. Cody 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in the first on a stellar play by Aiden Welch, ranging to his left. The pitch to the plate is a fastball taken for strike one, 0-1, and that was a low pitch called by the home plate umpire, Dylan Parker. (3-1) our score. Yakima Valley on top, but Wenatchee threatening here in the bottom of the second. A swing and a miss, and he was badly fooled on that curveball by Pelk, and the count quickly in Pelk's favor to Colden at 0-2. Seems that everything is acting up a little bit here at the ballpark tonight with the hot temperatures. Seems that our stream is a little slow from the wireless system here. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled out of play, and that's going to get back towards the grandstands here and back behind at Paul Thomas. So the count stays at 0-2 on Cody Colden. Checking in with our Facebook stream if we can get that up and running here at the ballpark, and say hello to those who might be watching us on the stream tonight. Seth Kuykendall's parents, by the way, took the moment to stop by and say hi. This pitch swung on and missed, and gone is Colden on the strikeout. That is the first strikeout of the ball game by Pelk, and a big one there as it's the second out of the inning with the bases jammed, and they'll bring up third baseman Connor Kiefer. Well, Kiefer scored Wenatchee's lone run in this one as he singled in the first and came home on the sac fly by Dalton Harum to give Wenatchee a brief lead, 1-0, but then Yakima Valley came back and scored 3 here in the top of this inning. Wenatchee threatening, but so far nothing happening here in the bottom of the second. This pitch fastball taken high for ball 1 to Kiefer. 1-0 the count. So nice to talk to the Kuykendalls. Made their way over from Spokane tonight with their son on the mound. This pitch swung on and fouled out of play on the first base side. So the count now even to Kiefer at 1 ball and 1 strike. Question from Aaron Flinchbaugh, who's watching on Facebook, if this game is in Wenatchee. Yes, it is, on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. Very inexpensive for a ticket here to the ball game. I think it's like $7 for a ticket. So Aaron, you're welcome to come on out. Just look up Wenatchee Valley College or Paul Thomas Senior Field or Stadium. You can put that in your search on your phone and find the directions up 5th Street in Wenatchee with a parking right outside the stadium. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to right center field. Right fielder going, and he will make the catch on the run, and that'll do it for Wenatchee as they leave the bases floated here in the second. We'll head to the third as Yakima Valley leads your Applesox 3-1. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
You're watching Applesox baseball here on the NCW Life Channel. Eric Granstrom with you as we head to the top of the third inning. Number 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for Yakima Valley. Luke Schwartz, Brady Hormel, and Kyle Dean as the visitors lead this one by a score of 3-1. The two teams met the second series of the season back in June down in Yakima at Yakima County Stadium, with the Pippins coming away with all 3 wins. So Wenatchee looking to even up the series in this 3-game series here at home, winning last night 4-3, but trailing it here. First pitch of the second is popped up, foul, and will be playable for the first baseman as Montgomery will look up into our blue skies and make the catch in foul territory. So 1 pitch, 1 out, in a much better scenario for Seth Kuykendall as that'll bring up second baseman Brady Hormel. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Yakima Valley. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Applesox in this one. Hello from Mona Hines. She says, go Sox. She says she's from Garber. I'm not sure where Garber is, so you're going to have to help me with that one, Mona. But thanks for watching us on the stream tonight here on the NCW Life channel. First pitch is a strike to Brady Hormel, and the count 0-1, and a fastball here missed a little high as he checked his swing. 1-1 the count. Final tonight down in Houston. They no-hit the Mariners. 9-0 the final, as it's low and outside for ball 2 to Hormel. It's a combined no-hitter between 4 pitchers. And to put salt in the wound, I'll tell you, the starter for Houston tonight, Aaron Sanchez, that's only his 4th win of the season. He's 4-14 with a 5.76 ERA, and he combined on the no-hitter of the Mariners tonight. This pitch swung on, lifted down the left field line, long run, diving play, can't make it. Rounding first, heading to second. And never getting an eye on that one was Cody Colden, making his first start out there in left field. And I don't know if they're going to give an error. That ball hit the ground. He had to make a diving play for it, sinking away from him. So I'd give a double to Hormel down the left field line. And they will. And that'll be giving Kyle Dean a chance to drive in a run here. He's 1 for 1 with a base hit to left. Left fielder will step in here to face Kuykendall in a 3-1 ball game. But Sanchez, Harris, Biagini, and Davinsky, those are home names for you. For Houston, combined on the no-hitter tonight of the Seattle Mariners. Marco Gonzalez got the start for Seattle tonight. He gets the loss to fall to 12-9 on the season. He only went 5 innings, allowed 4 runs on 8 hits. All 4 runs were earned. This pitch inside to Dean. And the count goes to 2-0 on Kyle. Of the 3 runs scored against Kuykendall, only 2 of which were earned, with a couple of errors for Wenatchee defensively in that second inning, as we're here in the third with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Fastball misses just low to Kyle Dean. The count goes to 3-0 on the Pippins left fielder. So I believe that's the second time this season the Mariners have been no-hit. You remember that night in L.A. after the All-Star game. This pitch is in there for a strike on a curveball. 2-1 the count to Dean, as the Angels were recognizing Tyler Skaggs on that special night at Anaheim Stadium, and came up with the combined no-hitter on that night. Curveball here is inside for ball 4. Boy, didn't miss by much, as Simmons didn't hardly move his glove. Runners at first and second, though. If you take a look at the glass half full, that means the double play is back in for the Sox defense, as Christian Padilla will come up. He hit a ball on the ground to Connor Kiefer last inning, and it went under Connor's glove. So Connor on the left side of the infield got to be prepared here for a ball coming their way, possibly. As Seth Kuykendall stands in a shock of sunlight out there on the mound with shadows behind him, and the pitch to the plate is swung out and missed. 0-1 the count to Christian Padilla. So the Mariners fall to 47-66, while Houston improves to 72-40 with the big win tonight in the no-hitter. 0-1 count to Padilla. A look out of the bag at second by Kuykendall, and the delivery to the plate is in there for a strike, and the count 0-2. 1 down in the inning, 2 runners aboard in a 3-1 ball game. Yakima Valley threatening here in the third. Hormel at second, Dean at first, and Padilla behind Kuykendall at 0-2. Here comes Seth's right-handed delivery. Swung on a miss. Strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game, and a big out there. The second of the inning for Kuykendall. That'll bring up first baseman Tyler Dean. Dean with a base hit to right in his first plate appearance, so he's 1 for 1 in the ball game tonight. Dean will step in the left-handed batter's box. Sox fans cheering for Kuykendall to get a final out here. And the pitch to the plate is bouncing in. Nice stop by Simmons. Keeps everybody right where they are. On a pitch in the dirt, could have been a wild pitch. Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel, brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. They service all brands of commercial and residential HVAC systems. Call 509-884-6444 for more information. The 1-0 pitch from Kuykendall to Dean, swung on and ripped in the air to center field. Going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third. They're going to bring the runner home. No, they're going to stop him at third base. Looked like he was going to charge home, but better thought of it for Hormel. Charging around third. He holds. And the bases are loaded for Yakima Valley for the second time in this ball game. Second base hit by Tyler Dean in the ball game. That'll bring up catcher James Bell. Bell with a grounder to Kiefer at second. Last inning, but Kiefer's throw home was high to try to get the lead runner at home. So the throwing error cost Wenatchee another run by Yakima Valley in that 3-run second inning. Still a chance for Kuykendall to get out of it. Curveball in for a strike in the count 0-1 on James Bell. Yakima Valley really not tearing the ball or the cover off the ball this season offensively. The pitch here misses for a ball to James Bell. 1-1. Bell hitting .283 with just 8 RBIs on the season. Counts even to him at 1 ball and 1 strike in a 3-1 game here in the top half of the third inning. Kuykendall trying to keep it right there at 3-1. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball in there for strike 2. Pardon me, it's now 1-2 to James Bell. Catcher for the Pippins out of the University of Oregon. Back in and ready with a wide stance in the right-handed batter's box. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball. Strike 3 called and gone looking for the third out is James Bell. Didn't like the call from the umpire, but that will do it here for the Pippins as they leave the bases jammed. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's a 3-1 game. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest, you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
3-1 ball game here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we get ready for the bottom of the third. Blake Klassen and Dalton Harum and Hunter Montgomery due up for the Applesox. The middle part of the order, 3-4-5 for Wenatchee, as they have assembled a run on a couple of hits, but a couple of defensive gaffes helped Yakima Valley gain the lead in that second inning. As we're now in the bottom of the third, Blake Klassen got aboard on a walk and then got caught in a double steal between third and home. Eventually was tagged out near home plate for the final out of the first inning. Klassen, 6'2", 205 freshman out of Arizona, steps up to lead things off here in the third, and the Applesox could certainly use a rally right here. So we got a new pitcher on the mound that I didn't catch in between innings here, so I'll get that for you in a moment. As that is number 4 out there on the mound now for Yakima Valley, and that's Tristan Vreeling taking over. Wearing number 4, a 6'3", 180-pound freshman to be at Gonzaga. Swinging a miss there. Klassen behind in the count, 0-2. Big right-hander Tristan Vreeling on the mound now for Yakima Valley. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball missing outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. So Pelk goes a couple of innings, gave up a run on 2 hits. That 1 run was earned. This pitch is strike 3 called. The home plate umpire said that Klassen went around, so he's gone swinging for the first out here in the 3rd. And Coach Kyle Christangel does not agree with the call of the home plate umpire, Dylan Parker. That'll bring up center fielder Dalton Harum, who brought in Wenatchee's only run of the game back in the 1st on a sacrifice fly to deep left center field. So Harum steps in against Vreeling here. And the right-hander's first delivery to Dalton is a fastball in for a strike. And he's got some pretty good smoke on the mound now here for Yakima Valley. So Tristan Vreeling, by the way, that's spelled V-R-I-E-L-I-N-G. This pitch swung on, hit hard to left field, and it is gone. A home run. Dalton Harum has hit his 4th home run of the season and has brought Wenatchee to within 1 at 3-2. No doubt about that one. As soon as it left the bat of Dalton Harum, that it would sky over the lottery sign out there in left field. Kyle Dean gave it a look, but it was gone. And so Dalton Harum, the Wenatchee graduate, comes through here for the home summer collegiate team, and it's 3-2. Fastball here swung on and fouled away by Hunter Montgomery, 0-1 to count. Well, that's one thing about a pitcher that throws fast. If he throws it out over the plate and you get good solid wood to it, it's going to go a long way. Such was the case there on the swing by Dalton Harum. The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1, 1-1 to count to Montgomery, who walked in his first bat back in the 1st. The wind and delivery by Vreeling is low for ball 2. So Pelk, 2 innings, 1 run, 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 1. That's the line for him tonight. Swing and a miss on the pitch that was low to Montgomery, in the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Sox designated hitter tonight. Montgomery, .232 batter of the season with 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. And I'll tell you, on a hot night, even though it is plenty hot, it's a still night here at the ballpark, and humidity seems rather high. Pitch here misses low for a ball. Count is now full to Montgomery at 3-2. But it takes a lot to get a ball out on a night like this. 3-2 pitch is swung out and missed. Second strikeout for Montgomery, or excuse me, for Vreeling in the inning. Comes against Montgomery. And with the bases empty and 2 down, that brings up Torrin Montgomery. He hit a ball hard in his first plate appearance in the 2nd, flew out to left. Vreeling quickly working on the mound, and the right-hander's delivery is down the middle for a strike. 0-1 to count to Torrin Montgomery. Seems these innings are going by awfully quickly, so I'm trying to get you the scoreboard here. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to right center field. Long run for the center fielder. Calling it all the way was Schwartz, and that'll be it for Wenatchee here in the 3rd. But they do get a run on a home run by Dalton Harum. We will take a break and come back with our score. Yakima Valley 3, Wenatchee 2. You're watching Applesox Baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Our score as we head to the fourth inning of play for Yakima Valley here in the fourth inning. It will be number 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order as Tanner Parker, Aiden Welch, and, well, it was Eddie Pelk. We'll see if it's still Eddie Pelk. They listed him as the DH and the pitcher. So we'll see if he stays in the lineup as the DH after he was replaced in the field on the mound. Tanner Parker with a ground ball back to Torrin Montgomery at first base back in the second. Turned out to be a double play as Montgomery is able to field the ball, take the ball to the bag, and then throw home to get the second out. Another pitch swung on a grounded foul on the first base side. 0-1 to count to Tanner Parker. Tanner Parker, we heard from Coach Kyle Crustangel, one of his longtime players along with Johnny Sage. Bouncing in, the next pitch is Seth Kuykendall, evens the count at 1-1 strike. But those two teammates for a long time, including down at Yakima Valley. Tanner Parker now at Middle Tennessee State, evens the count to 1-1. Kuykendall's next delivery swung on and hit hard right over the second base bag into center field. So the 7th hit of the night off of Kuykendall will bring up third baseman Aiden Welch. And we'll see, Eddie Pelk will stay in as the DH. He's in the on-deck circle for Yakima Valley. 1 on, nobody down here. Sox looking for a double play ball in the infield. Pitch to the plate, swung on and hit on the ground, but it's just past the bag at third. And a foul ball. Strike 1 to Aiden Welch. Applesox baseball on the broadcast tonight, brought to you by BioSports Physical Therapy. They provide the best environment, most qualified, experienced physical therapists in North Central Washington. You have the right to select your healthcare team. Why wouldn't you choose the best? Choose BioSports. Kuykendall with a new ball out on the mound. Checks the runner, Parker, over at first base. And the 0-1 pitch bounces in. Nice stop by Simmons, and the count evens to Aiden Welch, number 9 hitter in the order for Yakima Valley, at a ball and a strike. Get you some other scores from the West Coast League tonight. Top of the 5th in Bellingham. Victoria holds a 2-0 lead over the Bells tonight. Also in North Division play, Kelowna is in Bend. The Falcons lead that one in the top of the 4th, 3-1. This ball bounces in, throw down to second base, throws in time, the tag's in time. Nice job by Simmons, connecting out there with Hereda. Caught stealing is Parker, and the count 2-1 on Welch. So caught stealing 2-4 on the first out. Take some pressure off of Kuykendall. And now here comes Seth's 2-1 pitch. It bounces in again. 3-1 to Welch. No activity down to the Applesox bullpen. Other scores from the West Coast League tonight. Corvallis in the bottom of the 3rd leading Cowlitz 3-1. Bottom of the 1st, Ridgefield leading at Walla Walla 2-0. Pitch swung on and grounded. Going to get through for a little seeing eye single. Cody Darcy giving chase, but couldn't get to that one. So runner aboard with 1 down will bring up the designated hitter, Eddie Pelk. Pelk with a couple of fly ball outs to left field. It's been an adventure out there for Cody Colden in left field on those fly balls, but coming up with 2 outs in his 2 at-bats against Eddie Pelk. And the pitch here misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. We're in the top of the 4th inning. 3-2 our score. Wenatchee scored first in the bottom of the 1st on a sacrifice fly. Yakima came back by virtue of 2 errors defensively for the Applesox. Bouncing in, the next pitch is ball 2 from Kuykendall. Nice stop by Simmons. Yakima took the lead 3-1 in the 2nd. Wenatchee getting a run back in the bottom of the 3rd on a solo home run by Dalton Harum. It's 2-0 to Pelk, and the curveball here is a called strike, 2-1. Temperature noticeably different with the sun dipping behind the Cascades off to our west and the Enchantments. Sun still blessing those in East Wenatchee right now, but here at the ballpark we are all in the shadows. The lights are on at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. 3-1 pitch is grounded right to shortstop, flipped to second for 1. The relay to first in time. Double play, a pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3 double play, and that'll do it for Yakima Valley in the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Wenatchee trailing the Pippins 3-2. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha pepitas.
A peach Red Bull.
To the bottom of the 4th we go after a nice double play turn in the top of the 4th inning to erase the Yakima Valley Pippins. And due up here for Wenatchee, Cody Darcy to lead things off. 7, 8, 9 batters due up here in the bottom of the 4th in a 3-2 ball game. Another close one here tonight. A swing and a miss on a fastball from Tristan Vreeling, a replacement pitcher for Eddie Pelk, working his 2nd inning of relief here for the Pippins. 0-1 the count to Darcy. Cody's 1 for 1 with a base hit to left in his first at bat. And the fastball here is swung on and missed by Darcy. 2 strikeouts by Vreeling in his first inning of work. Got a couple more, or one more score to pass along in the West Coast League tonight. 0-2 count to Darcy, and the Vreeling pitch is low and outside. Try to get him to chase after one. 1-2 the count. In the top of the 4th inning, Portland leading at Port Angeles tonight 2-0. So that is your recap of what's happening around the West Coast League as we're 3-2 here tonight in Wenatchee. And a 0-1-2 pitch swung on and hit on a hop right to the third baseman. Welch, he'll throw over in plenty of time to get the out. 5-3 on the putout on Cody Darcy. 1 down for the Applesox here in the 4th. And that'll bring up catcher Cody Simmons. Applesox baseball brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, your local North Central Washington pest control experts, serving Wenatchee, Chelan, Leavenworth, Quincy, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and everyone in between. Call 509-797-0090 for Harvest Valley Pest Control. First pitch is swung on a miss by Simmons. 0-1 the count. Simmons earned a bases or a full count walk back in the 2nd as the Applesox got the bases loaded but couldn't cash in. Pitch here is across, but apparently a little low, and the count goes to 1-1 on Cody Simmons, a senior to be at Whitworth University, getting his return trip to Wenatchee to help out wrap up the summer. 1-1 pitch, curveball missing inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Simmons only 5'9", So a diminutive target back there at home plate for Vreeling to try to toss to. The 2-1 pitch is swung on him, fouled away on the first base side. Count evens to Simmons at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Applesox wrap up the series here tomorrow at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium against these Yakima Valley Pippins. And then we'll host Ridgefield in the final home series of the season, regular season. This pitch misses high for ball 3. 3-2 the count. With Jason Herrera waiting on deck for Wenatchee. 1 down here in the 4th. Sox trailing at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch is swung out and missed. Chased one maybe outside the strike zone. 3rd strikeout for Vreeling in relief. 2 down here in the 4th. Brings up second baseman Jason Herrera. Herrera walked on 4 pitches in the 2nd. That loaded the bases for Wenatchee with just 1 down, but then the starter Eddie Pelk was able to get a strikeout to the flyout to end the inning and keep Wenatchee off the board. Pitch to the plate is a little outside for ball. 1-1-0 the count to Herrera. Good crowd turning out tonight here for Cougar Night, celebrating Washington State University. Of course, Jim Corcoran, former owner of the Applesox for 18 of the 20 seasons, a staunch supporter of Washington State University, graduate from Wazoo himself. The 1-1 pitch to Herrera, swung on and lifted in the air to left field. Long run for the left fielder, but making the catch on the run is Kyle Dean. And that will be it for Wenatchee, retired 1-2-3 here in the 4th. We'll head to the 5th inning of play. It's still Yakima Valley 3, Wenatchee 2. You're watching Applesox Baseball on the NCW Live Channel.
At Harvest Valley, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
You're watching Applesox Baseball on the NCW Live Channel. It's a 3-2 game, close one here. Seth Kuykendall will deliver in the 5th inning for the Applesox on the mound. As we had some scoring early, but things kind of quieted down in that 4th. So here we go to the 5th. And due up for the Yakima Valley Pippins, Luke Schwartz, Brady Hormel, and Kyle Dean, the number 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup for the Pippins. Schwartz is 0 for 2. He struck out and popped out. And he squares to bunt and kind of crowded the plate, took it for a called strike, and the count 0-1 on Luke Schwartz. Looking over at third base, Connor Kiefer even with the bag now. He's playing a little deep. Curveball here is in for a strike. 0-2. Quickly ahead on the count is Seth Kuykendall. Well, looking at the potential for the postseason, Wenatchee is in that position right now. If the season were to end today, as the next pitch is fouled away, if the season were to end today, Wenatchee would have the second playoff spot out of the North Division. And so that means they would host the first game of the playoffs. This pitch swung on him right past the diving Connor Kiefer. So a leadoff man aboard here again for Yakima Valley. Second inning in a row on base hit. And that'll bring up Brady Hormel. But Wenatchee would get the second seed into the playoffs out of the North Division. That means they would host, and that would mean a game here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium against Victoria, if it all ended the way it is now, on August 13th. So that's the way it looks right now anyway, but still lots to be played. Wenatchee has fewer games than anybody else left in the North Division. Swing and a foul back by Hormel. 0-1 the count to Brady. He's 1 for 2. Flew out to left in the first and doubled to left in the third. So left-handed bat at the plate. Be careful out there. Cody Colden out in left field. Swartz with the lead at first base. Kuykendall will throw that way, and back to the bag safely is Swartz. 0-1 the count on Hormel. We're in the fifth, 3-2 ball game. Bunt attempt, and it is a foul ball up the third baseline on an 0-1 pitch. Good idea by Hormel in a tight ball game. Play for just a run here, but foul ball is strike 2, and back to first goes Swartz, and back to home plate goes Brady Hormel. Really good crowd on hand here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as the season winds down. Again, just one more homestand here against Ridgefield, the expansion team in the West Coast League. In the South Division, Ridgefield's proven to be a pretty tough opponent all season long. So they'll come in after Yakima Valley is out. Swing or a pitch outside for ball 1, 1-2 the count to Hormel. Maybe almost a pitch out there, thinking possibly that Swartz was going to leave from first base. He does not. Swartz regains his lead over there on a 1-2 count. Pitch to the plate, runner holds, and the pitch misses outside for ball 2. Making our plans for the fall season coming up here on the NCW Life Channel. Another season of high school football and girls soccer, girls volleyball, Wenatchee Wild hockey right here on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel. 2-2 pitch to the plate. The runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw down to second base is in time, and they got him. Second throw out by Cody Simmons. Welcome to Wenatchee, Cody. Or welcome back to Wenatchee, I should say. 2-4 on the putout. So that's the first out. The count, meanwhile, is full to Hormel, and this pitch swung on and popped up. Shortstop Cody Darcy backing up onto the grass will make the catch. 2 down here in the fifth, and that'll bring up left fielder Kyle Dean. Refresh our page here on the West Coast League and see what's happening in the other games tonight. They're now in the top of the sixth in Bellingham, with Victoria still on top of the Bells 2-0. Kelowna is leading in the top of the fifth at Bend tonight 4-3. Port Angeles trailing Portland. This pitch swung on and chopped right back to the mound. Seth Kuykendall will field his position, and that will do it for Yakima. Turns out to be a 1-2-3 story in the fifth. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Wenatchee still trailing Yakima Valley 3-2. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long. And your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
To the bottom of the fifth inning we go, and top of the order due up here for Wenatchee, Cody Colden, Connor Kiefer, and Blake Klassen. as the Applesox trail it 3-2 here. Long way to go in this one on the NCW Life channel, streaming on our website at ncwlife.com. Also streaming on Facebook. Hello, all of our Facebook viewers. This pitch swung on a hit off the pitcher and will ricochet back past the first baseman, Tyler Dean, and safe at first on a single is Cody Colin. First hit of the ball game for Cody. He's 1 for 3 now, and the Sox have the leadoff man aboard in a 1-run game to bring up Connor Kiefer. Applesox baseball brought to you by the Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube, including front and four-wheel alignment online at alignpros.com or at 182 Eastmont Avenue. Rob Hippie's going to come out there and check on his pitcher to make sure he's okay. It went right off of his hip. The trainer for the Applesox also comes out to make sure he's okay. And the big Tristan Vreeling says, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know why you guys are out here. 6'3", 180-pound freshman to be at Gonzaga says, nah, has to have a lot more to take me out of a game. So he'll send everybody back. And they will give him the opportunity to throw a couple of warm-up pitches to make sure he's actually okay. So 1 on for the Applesox with nobody out here in the 4th. And for Wenatchee, by the way, that is the first time this entire game that they've had the leadoff man aboard. So we'll see if they can cash that in here in the 5th inning. Kiefer, 6', 170-pound junior out of Southern Illinois, is 1 for 2 tonight. He got a base hit and scored Wenatchee's first run in the 1st. He flew out to right to end the 2nd. Pretty good stick at the plate for Wenatchee. We'll see if Coach Crustangel will play some small ball here. The first pitch, he squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes ball 1. 1-0 the count on Connor Kiefer. Long look down to the third base coach's box for the signs from Connor Kiefer in the batter's box before he gets in the batter's box. And a short lead over at first by Colin. They'll toss his way, and he's back there safely, easily, underneath the tag attempt by Tyler Dean. Lights have been on here for a while at Paul Thomas, but not really taking effect yet. Got to have somebody climb that pole out in left field and get some replacement bulbs out there. There's half the lights working. The pitch to the plate swung on, and a ball hit well to deep right center field. Going back, they're looking up, and it's going to be off the base of the fence. Rounding second, heading for third, and they're going to wave him all the way home. Or is it going to be a down ground rule double? It will be a ground rule double. Apparently the ball got wedged out there, or did it bounce over the outfield wall? Whatever the case, it's a double for Kiefer. The Sox in business, and nobody out for Blake Klassen. Ball hit right at the base of the fence, and I didn't see what happened to it after it hit, and must have gone over the fence. Maybe you're seeing that on the replay here on the NCW Life channel. Pitch to the plate is a fastball in, taken for a strike by Klassen, by the way, who struck out in his last plate appearance. He walked in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd. So Blake looking for his first hit, and this would be a golden time to do it. Could plate 2 runs and put the Sox back on top. 0-1 the count. Vreeling checks the runners, and the pitch to the plate is a curveball missing outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Applesox baseball also brought to you by Automoca. What's your Automoca emergency? Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automoca with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college right here where we're playing tonight's game. Klassen ready, so too is Vreeling, and the 1-1 pitch is high and inside for ball 2. Wenatchee got the first run of the ball game on a sacrifice fly by Dalton Harum, and then he scored the 2nd RBI of the game on a solo home run to left in the 3rd. That's the scoring for Wenatchee so far. Here comes the 2-1 pitch on the way to Klassen, low and outside for ball 3. There's some bodies down in the bullpen for Yakima Valley, but nobody working right now behind Tristan Vreeling, as the man on the mound just graduated from high school. Feeling a little pressure right now with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Vreeling. on the way to the plate, swung on and hit in the air. That's going to get down for a base hit and score one, maybe two. Rounding third and heading for home. Kiefer is going to score. Into second base is Blake Klassen with a 2-run double. The Sox are on top 4-3. 3-1 pitch, and a nice job by Klassen to get down and take it the opposite way. It went all the way out to the wall. Kyle Dean had a little trouble getting that out from underneath the fence out there. Surprised he didn't raise his hands on a ground rule double. No trouble for Colden and Kiefer to score. Sox have retaken the lead here 4-3 and still batting with nobody out for center fielder Dalton Harum. He's already got 2 runs driven in tonight. Vreeling with the pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and missed, and a hefty cut there by Harum. He was looking for his second home run of the night. The count 0-1 on Dalton. Harum back in the right-handed batter's box as Vreeling gets a sign from James Bell. We'll check over his shoulder at Klassen out there at second base, dancing around. And the pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled back, and the count 0-2. Applesox baseball also on our broadcast tonight, brought to you by Color FX, offering screen printing, embroidery, digital printing, and logo design for your team, school, business, or church at a fair price. Locally owned for over 20 years. Call Color FX at 509-470-9586. That's 509-470-9586. All the players are ready. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, and barely getting a piece of that was Harum, and the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. After the ball game, we'll be sure and stick around. We'll have a little post-game wrap-up down on the field, talk with Coach Kyle Crustangel, and a possible hero in this one for the Applesox. Still a long way to go as they lead at 4-3. Looking to keep pace. They're now tied for the second half lead in the North Division of the West Coast League. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field. Could be a chance for Klassen to tag up. Right fielder Padilla makes the catch. Klassen tags up and he'll run, and the throw not in time. Klassen moves down to third base. F9 on the put-out on Harum, and that'll bring up designated hitter Hunter Montgomery. So 1 down for the Applesox, a chance to plate another run here as 2 runs are in, as Wenatchee erased a 3-2 lead and now lead at 4-3. And Montgomery looking for his first safe hit of the ball game. He walked in the first, struck out in the third. The pitch by Vreeling on the way to the plate is swung on and hit into the Applesox dugout, lug out. And a count 0-1 on Hunter Montgomery. Torrin Montgomery, hoping for a shot here, is on the on-deck circle. New addition to the Applesox here this weekend. Vreeling shakes off the first sign from his catcher. The 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. If you want to watch some hockey, we've got it on the television tomorrow as the Wenatchee Wild will bringing you some of the best games from the 2018-19 season. This pitch misses inside for a ball. Count runs to 2-1. But tune in tomorrow, 2 o'clock on your television home for Wenatchee Wild hockey as they take on West Kelowna, a game from last November at 2 o'clock, and then the Wild and Penticton at 7. That's all tomorrow here on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel. Hunter Montgomery fouls off the next pitch, so it's now even to him at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and he's seen a lot of pitches here tonight as he went 3-1 before walking to off a Pelk, and was 3-2 before a strikeout to Vreeling back in the third, and now 2-2 here. Montgomery ready, Vreeling is ready, runner at third, Klassen not much of a lead, and the pitch to the plate is low for ball 3. So second at bat in a row for Montgomery. He's run the count full. The Sox looking to add a little insurance here as they lead it by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. Runners on the corners for Wenatchee. And that'll bring up Torrin Montgomery. Montgomery has taken 2 pitches on an 0-1 count on both of them. and has flown out deep. First time to left, last time to right center. And will step up here with just one out. And if he could lift one in the air, he would bring home his first RBI as a Wenatchee Applesox. Vreeling ready to pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled off. And boy, I'll tell you, Montgomery comes in there ready to hit. Third time in a row he's come in and swung at the first pitch thrown to him. Victoria still leads Bellingham on the bottom of the 7th in Bellingham tonight, 2-0. Kelowna leads Bend in the top of the 6th, 4-3. Port Angeles trails Portland at home tonight, 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-3 here. Wenatchee on top. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and this pitch is a strike called on the inside corner. Hefty fastball there from Tristan Vreeling, and a count 0-2 on Torrin Montgomery. Runners on the corners for Wenatchee. Hunter Montgomery at first, Blake Klassen at third. 2 in, 1 out in a 4-3 Wenatchee lead. Long look in by Vreeling. Montgomery is ready, so too is Vreeling. He's going to toss over to the bag at first. Not in time to get Hunter Montgomery over there. Again, Vreeling back up on the rubber. That's obscured by a lot of clay out there at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. He's ready, and the 2-1 pitch to the plate, swung on and hit the air to right field. This should be enough to score a run. Klassen will tag. The ball caught by Padilla, and scoring easily is Blake Klassen. The Sox lead it 5-3. Give a sacrifice fly, and the first RBI is an Applesox to Torrin Montgomery. Wenatchee has plated 3 runs in the inning, and with 2 down, that brings up shortstop Cody Darcy. High fives all around for the Sox as they filter back into the dugout below us here. Darcy 1 for 2 tonight. He singled to left in the 2nd and grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Runner at first with 3 in for Wenatchee, 2 outs in the inning, and the first pitch here is a fastball missing high. 1-0 the count to the shortstop Cody Darcy. Other scores around the West Coast League tonight. Games in progress. Top of the 6th, Corvallis leading Cowlitz 3-1, and bottom of the 3rd, Ridgefield on top of Walla Walla 2-0. Toss to the bag at first is not in time as Hunter Montgomery back there safely. Wipes off a little bit of earth gathered across the name on the front of his shirt as he regains his lead from the bag. And Vreeling with the pitch. The runner goes. The pitch is inside. The throw down to second base is in time, but the ball skipped up high, and Hormel not able to make the tag. It looked like he was going to be gone, but no, stolen base for Hunter Montgomery. And they count 2-0 now on Cody Darcy. So the Sox again with a runner in scoring position. If Darcy could find a 2-out single here. Darcy back up in the right-handed batter's box as a right-hander is now warming up down to the bullpen for Yakima Valley. And Vreeling with a check now over his shoulder at the runner at second. Pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. Behind that fastball was Cody Darcy. The count goes to 2-1. Game time tomorrow here. A lot of games early in the afternoon across the West Coast League. Wenatchee's game against Yakima Valley to wrap up the series will start at 5:35 tomorrow here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. The 2-1 pitch is swung out and missed on a pitch that was a little high. Count evens to Darcy at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But everybody else, I'll see Bellingham, Victoria, 1:05 start time tomorrow. Portland at Port Angeles, 1:35 start time. Corvallis at Cowlitz, a 3:05 start time. Kelowna at Bend, a 5:05 start time. Ridgefield at Walla Walla, 6:05 the start for that one. 2-2 count to Darcy with a runner at second base. 2 outs here in the inning for the Applesox. Runner holds. The pitch to the plate is inside for ball 3. Third inning of relief for Tristan Vreeling, trying to coax the final out here in the 5th as he's given up 4 runs in relief here. On the hook for this one as Wenatchee leads it 5-3. The pitch to the plate on a full count is inside for ball 4. So that is the second walk in the inning. The second walk of the game in relief for Vreeling, and that'll bring up catcher Cody Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1. He walked in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel, brought to you by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians. Celebrating 25 years in the car care business, they speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Eighth man to the plate for Wenatchee here in the inning. And a swing and a foul off of the catcher's mask. 0-1 the count to Cody Simmons. Home plate umpire Dylan Parker will give James Bell a chance to collect himself after that ball hits you hard. And on a hot night, you get hit like that, boy, that is not a fun experience. Little adrenaline will kick in once the ball strikes your head, and then suddenly you feel like you're just going to upchuck. 0-1 the count to Simmons. As Vreeling again checks the runner at second, pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. Count 0-2 to Simmons. In relief, Vreeling with 3 strikeouts, looking for his 4th to end the damage here in the 5th. As Wenatchee has scored 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 men still out there. 0-2 pitch to the plate is just outside. Boy, he didn't have to move his glove much to James Bell. And the count of ball and 2 strikes on Cody Simmons. So one more game tomorrow with Yakima Valley to wrap up the season series, as well as this homestand here, at least this weekend. Ridgefield will come in next to face Wenatchee. Then the Sox will finish the season on the road at Corvallis. This pitch swung on and fouled away on the first base side out of play. And the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand here tonight, but kind of a quiet crowd at Paul Thomas. Already busy wiping sweat off their brow, I think, with their clapping hands. Tristan Vreeling again looking in and ready for the 1-2 pitch to Cody Simmons. It's on the way. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. But the Sox do get 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 men left. We will head to the 6th inning of play. Wenatchee leading at 5-3. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
Choose the Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
New pitcher on the mound for the Wenatchee Applesox, as it will be Brett Gillis taking over for Seth Kuykendall here as we head to the 6th inning of play. As Christian Padilla, Tyler Dean, and James Bell are due up to face Brett Gillis. Gillis, a 6'2", 190-pound sophomore from the University of Portland. Seth Kuykendall's numbers tonight, he goes 5 innings. Has a chance to win this one tonight. Allowed 3 runs, only 1 of which earned on 9 hits. Struck out 3 and walked 1. That's your line for Seth Kuykendall, as Brett Gillis will now take over on the mound for the Wenatchee Applesox. Gillis, a defensive player, position player, besides being a pitcher for the Applesox. As we'll bring up his pitching stats. He's done pretty well for the Applesox at the plate for this season. But Gillis on the season, making his 12th appearance. ERA of 3.29. He does not have a record, does have 2 saves on the season for Wenatchee. So Gillis taking over here for Kuykendall. Another right-hander on the mound for Wenatchee, so no change in the batting order for Yakima Valley as Christian Padilla will start it off. The pitch swung on and grounded back over the mound. Tough play for the second baseman. Throw to first. Nice pick by Montgomery over at first base on a low throw by Hereda. How about that? Slow roller bounced over the mound. Hereda with a long run in and then had to throw across his body. Was able to get enough oomph on the ball and a nice pick over at first base by new first baseman Torrin Montgomery. 1 down for Yakima Valley, and that'll bring up first baseman Tyler Dean. Dean has got a good night going, 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits. The pitch by Gillis is a fastball high and inside for ball 1. Applesox baseball brought to you by One Way Construction, a premier custom home builder and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services online at onewayconstructionnw.com. Next pitch misses just barely, and the count is run 2-0 to Tyler Dean. Single to right in the second, single to center in the third. The 2-0 pitch here swung on and fouled into the netting above the dugout on the third base side, and the count goes to 2-1. Haven't checked in on our Facebook folks in a while. Cody Darcy's grandparents watching from Myrtle Beach. Heard that from Willem McMeans. Thanks for watching in from down south. Garber is in Oklahoma. Thank you, Mona. Appreciate that. Wasn't quite sure about that one. Folks all over the place watching our broadcast here tonight. 3-1 the count to Dean as Gillis, second batter he faces, misses with the next pitch. And so a 1-out walk given up to Dean. That'll bring up catcher James Bell. So thanks for watching us on our Facebook feed, on television tonight, and on our website feed at ncwlife.com. Love hearing from folks from wherever you might be watching us here on the NCW Life channel. Of course, we shared the Applesox also do their streams of every game on Facebook on the Applesox page. Pitch misses just outside to James Bell, so 1-0 the count to the catcher, who is 0 for 2. Got a board on an error in the second and scored, and struck out looking in the third. Gillis ready with a 1-0 pitch. Curveball in for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Nobody warming up behind Brett Gillis. The Applesox with a 5-3 lead here as we're in the top of the 6th inning. By the way, you have a chance to go visit with the team tomorrow at Pybus Market. The 1-1 pitch swung on and cued off the end of the bat, right between the wickets of the first base coach down there. He hopped out of the way of that one. Count now goes to a ball and 2 strikes on James Bell. 1 out, 1 on here in the 6th. Tomorrow at Pybus Public Market, 12:30 to 1:30. Head on down and get the official Applesox team poster and get autographs from the team. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for the second out here in the 6th. First strikeout for Gillis in relief. And that'll bring up shortstop Tanner Parker. Parker is 1 for 2. Grounded into a double play in the second inning to first baseman Torrin Montgomery, and then single to center back in the 4th. 1 on, 2 down for Yakima Valley. Gillis with a peek over his shoulder, and the pitch to the plate is swung on and hit in the gap between the diving second baseman Hereda and Montgomery. Klassen will come up with it after a 2-out base hit to right. So a couple of bases safely aboard for Tanner Parker tonight. Runners at first and second. They'll bring the tying run on the base paths, and Aiden Welch represents the go-ahead run, and he's also had a good night at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Single to left and an RBI, and a single to center in his last plate appearance. He's 2 for 2 on the night. So Gillis trying to figure out a way to get him out for the first time here in this game. Brett's delivery to the plate, curveball misses low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Little riffle of a breeze starts to blow here, and boy, that is a welcome addition on a hot, steamy night, as the temperatures have cooled ever since the sun dipped behind the clouds or behind the hills here. Cloudless evening here in Wenatchee. This pitch swung on and hit on a hop, and shortstop Booting the ball is Cody Darcy. Run's going to score on an error. And they get a run down between first and second. Got to watch the runner, and they tag him before the runner can go home, and so that will be the out. But a run does score on the play, so E6, but they are able to get Welch between first and second, so it will go 6-4-6, and that'll do it. But a run comes in. Tyler Dean scores, and it's a 5-4 ball game as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frapita mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha Frappitas.
A peach Red Bull.
5-4 ball game, tight one here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Jason Herrera is the first man to face Tristan Vreeling and takes the first pitch low for ball one as we start off the bottom of the sixth. Colden and Kiefer also due up here in the sixth frame for the Applesox. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball two. 2-0 the count. Right-hander still warming up down to the bullpen for Yakima Valley. So it looks like they'll have a man ready to go. Bo Henderson out there warming up. If Vreeling cannot get the job done here, as the pitch is swung on and fouled, and that probably went right towards my pickup truck out there parked behind the clubhouse here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. 2-1 count to Herrera, who is 0 for 1 tonight. He walked in the second and flew out to left in the fourth. The 2-1 pitch from Vreeling on the way is in there for a strike, and the count evens to Herrera at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fourth inning of relief here for Tristan Vreeling, the freshman to be at Gonzaga University. Right-hander with the 2-2 pitch on the way to the plate is low and inside for ball 3. So he's throwing a lot of pitches in his innings of work here tonight. See if they keep track of that overall on the StatCast here. It doesn't look like they do. Pitch swung on and fouled away, so the count stays at 3-2 on Herrera. Yeah, they do. So he has thrown, let's see, 65 pitches here so far tonight in relief. That's a lot of pitches, and a swing and a miss here by Herrera as he was fooled on that one. And a strikeout for Vreeling. That's his 5th strikeout in relief, and back to the top of the order for left fielder Cody Colden. Cody with a base hit in the 5th. He scored on the 2-run single or 2-run double, I should say, by Blake Klassen. That tied the game, and Wenatchee took the lead back on Connor Kiefer scoring after he doubled. Klassen eventually scored the 3rd run in that 5th inning. Wenatchee led it by 2 for a moment, but then Yakima Valley came right back and scored a run in the top half of this inning. So it's 5-4 as we're in the bottom of the 6th with 1 down for Wenatchee, and an 0-1 count to Colden. Vreeling working from the windup. The right-hander's delivery is outside for ball 1. 1-1. Applesox baseball brought to you by the Windmill, a time-tested restaurant providing traditional steakhouse meals and a homely old-fashioned dining room open 7 days a week, 4:30 to 9 o'clock. Call 509-665-9529. Cody takes the next pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. And I don't believe Yakima Valley is going to give a lot of room here to Tristan Vreeling as he's got a man warmed up behind him down in the bullpen. The 2-1 count, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This game will be rebroadcast next Saturday night here on the NCW Life channel. We'll have more baseball from earlier this season on Thursday night at 6:30, Portland and Wenatchee. So be sure and tune in for that if you missed it. We also have it available on demand on our website at ncwlife.com. Just click on the Watch tab and then go down to Sports, and you can watch any of our stuff we've done here on the NCW Life channel. High school sports as we gear up for another season. Speaking of which, we got football on Friday night. Swinging a pop up into shallow right field, and who's going to get it? Hormel going out. The ball's going to drop in for a base hit. Stumbling around first was Colden, and he hits the dirt just as the ball strikes the grass, and that'll go down as a base hit. Miscommunication between Padilla and Hormel. I don't know if Hormel or if Padilla ever saw it. Kind of an interesting sky right now. Light's really not taking too much of an effect. If you're driving on the highway right now, this is that time of night where a deer will jump out in front of you and you don't even see it. So Colden aboard at first with 1 down, and that'll bring up third baseman Connor Kiefer. My wife, seated next to me here on top of the dugout, gave me a look just then. She is not a big fan of the deer in the headlights. Kiefer's got a good night going for him. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game with a couple of runs scored, a double, a single. He's also flown out to right field. 1 on, 1 down for the Applesox. They toss over to the bag at first, and back safely is Cody Colden. Kiefer's batting average up to .232 on the season for Wenatchee. Looking to get aboard as Blake Klassen waits on deck for Wenatchee. And the pitch to the plate is low for a ball. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, football Friday night to kind of get your taste buds going for some high school football. Ellensburg and Eastmont from last September will be Friday night at 6:30 right here on your home for local sports, the NCW Life channel. 1-1 pitch from Vreeling to Kiefer is swung on and fouled off the catcher, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. That bat was awfully close to hitting the glove of the catcher. If that happens, that's catcher interference. And that would put Colden from first down to second base. 1-2 the count here to Kiefer. Colden with a short lead from first, 1 down in the inning. Sox leading it by 1, 5-4, and another look over there and a throw by Vreeling. Nothing happening. If you have not been to an Applesox game, I highly encourage you to come out. It's like old home week. You see folks you haven't seen all summer long, and a lot of conversations going on in the grandstands here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Pitch to the plate, swung on, hit hard, but right at the center fielder. Backing up a couple of steps is Schwartz, and he will make the catch for the out. So 2 down for the Applesox, and Colden goes back to first base. That'll bring up right fielder Blake Klassen. Got a chance to meet a longtime Applesox fan, Don, down in the stands here on the front row right next to the Applesox dugout. He's been coming to games since the third season. He said he's been coming to Applesox games for 18 years and had not missed a game until this season. He said he had some visitors come into town, so he had to host his visitors, but also wearing a veteran's hat, and I thanked Don for his service to our country. Big Applesox fan. Swing, kind of a partial swing there by Klassen. The count 0-1. Meanwhile, down to second on a stolen base goes Cody Colden. Kind of a little delayed steal there. That'll work. Colden in scoring position now for Klassen. Blake's got a couple of RBIs on a double in his last at bat in the 5th. He's 1 for 2 officially at the plate tonight, with a strikeout and a walk to go with it. So Blake steps in, back in the left-handed batter's box. Breeling checks the runner at second, and the pitch to the plate swung on and fisted foul down the left field line. Barely foul. Count 0-2 on Blake Classen. Applesox baseball brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. They service all brands of commercial and residential HVAC systems. Call 509-884-6444 for more information. That's Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. By the way, thanks to everybody who sponsored Applesox baseball and all of our broadcasts of sports here on the NCW Life Channel. We're re-upping new contracts for the coming year. If you want to be a part of these commercial messages during high school sports coming up this fall, be sure and contact our sales office at 888-2020. Our gang will be happy to take care of you and get you on board and help support local teams and our local broadcasts here. The next pitch is a strike three called and gone looking is Classen. That'll do it for Wenatchee as we'll head to the 7th inning of play. Tight one here again tonight. 5-4 Wenatchee on top. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
At Harvest Valley, committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Top of the order due up for Yakima Valley here in the top of the 7th inning in a 5-4 ball game. Hold on to your hats as this one's a long way from over. Eddie Pelk, Luke Schwartz, and Brady Hormel due up here in the 7th for Yakima Valley as they trail it by 1. It'll be Brett Gillis again, his 2nd inning of relief, and the first pitch from him is a strike called. 0-1 to Pelk, who's 0 for 4 in the ball game. Couple of flyouts to left, and then he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch, curveball in for strike 2. 0-2 the count on the leadoff man, the designated hitter for Yakima Valley, who started the game on the mound as well. The 0-2 pitch on the way to the plate swung on and fouled away on the third base side, so the count goes to stays at 0-2. Applesox baseball brought to you by BioSports Physical Therapy. They provide the best environment, most qualified, experienced therapists in North Central Washington. You have the right to select your healthcare team. Why wouldn't you choose the best? Choose BioSports. 0-2 pitch misses for a ball. 1-2 the count on Eddie Pelk. Leading it off here. And this one bounces in, goes all the way to the backstop. So the count now even to Pelk at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, Gillis on the season, no official record. He's got 2 saves so far, his 3.29 ERA, and strike 3 called. Gone looking is Pelk, who did not like that call. So 1 out here. The 2nd strikeout for Brett Gillis in relief. So when there's 5 strikeouts by the pitching staff here at the ballpark, they start throwing out socks to the fans because they hang the socks from behind home plate on the press box here. So the fans get excited about that. 1-0 the count to Luke Schwartz, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Takes the next pitch for a ball. 1-1 the count. Schwartz struck out in the first, popped out to third in the third, and got a single in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch from Gillis is a fastball missing outside for ball 2. Applesox baseball, just some of the fun we do here on the NCW Life Channel. The 2-1 pitch swung on and grounded towards second, and right there is Hereda. He'll throw easily over to first. 4-3 on the putout here in the 7th, and that'll bring up second baseman Brady Hormel. Hormel 1 for 3 tonight, flew out to right in the first, doubled to left in the third, and popped out to the shortstop in the 5th. So 2 up, 2 down stories so far for Yakima Valley here in the 7th. Again, a reminder, we will stay here through the first half of the middle of the 7th for the Applesox Kid Choir. Fastball strike. Boy, that was a low strike called, and I would not blame Yakima Valley for grumbling about that one from the far side dugout from us, as Brady Hormel's behind in the count 0-1 to Brett Gillis. Gillis is ready. And the 0-1 pitch is a little bit high for ball 1, 1-1. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Yakima Valley. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for Wenatchee here tonight. 1-1 the count, and the pitch by Gillis. Curveball in for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Hormel. Gillis, no falterall out there on the mound, just a quick worker. Waits for everybody to get set, taps his glove on his thigh, and now ready with the 1-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss, and gone is Yakima Valley in order here in the 7th. They strike out the third for Brett Gillis in relief. And here comes the Applesox Kids Choir. And we will stand up and stretch along with everybody else here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we will listen in to the Applesox Kid Choir sing, of course, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The Applesox Coyote serves as the maestro as we get ready. And everybody starts to stand up here at Paul Thomas. And here we go with the music and the kids. And there you go. Take me out to the ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 5-4 Wenatchee on top. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frapita mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
All right, here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning in a 5-4 ball game. Wenatchee on top, looking for some insurance here against Yakima Valley. Dalton Harum, Hunter Montgomery, and Torrin Montgomery due up in the 7th for the Applesox. We learned during our time out there that our field microphone cable was not working, but we got that working now. As Dalton Harum will step in, the first pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field, and right fielder will Christian Padilla will move to his left and make the catch for the out. And so 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Applesox in the 7th as we have the Applesox mascot Coyote joining us. How are we doing tonight, Coyote? A high paw going on there because we're leading. You know, you've been here the past few nights that we've been here, and we were behind when you sat down. So it's a weird deal going on right now. But hey, we'll take it, right? Yeah, absolutely. So Hunter Montgomery comes up now for the Applesox. He's walked a couple of times, and he has struck out. The first pitch to him has popped up a mile high in the infield. Tanner Parker is calling for it and has to wait for about a week for it to come down, but he does, and it does, and that's 2 outs for Wenatchee. And that'll bring up Torrin Montgomery. Montgomery's hit 3 balls to the outfield. All have been outs, but he did collect an RBI on a sacrifice fly in his last time around in the 5th, as Wenatchee regained the lead with a 3 spot in that inning. First pitch to him taken here for a strike, 0-1 the count, as Tristan Vreeling continues to pitch on the mound for Yakima Valley. Vreeling with 6 strikeouts in the ballgame. In relief, this pitch taken for a strike at the count, 0-2 on Tristan Montgomery, who has a word with Dylan Parker, the home plate umpire. Not too happy about that one. Bottom of the 7th, Wenatchee leading at 5-4 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And the 0-2 pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and ripped to center field for a base hit. Welcome to Wenatchee, Torrin Montgomery. His first hit as an Applesox comes with 2 down here in the 7th. So Montgomery with his first base hit. And see, Applesox Coyote with some magic here as he sits down with our broadcast and is able to coax a single from Montgomery, and that'll bring up shortstop Cody Darcy. Applesox baseball on the broadcast tonight, brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, your local North Central Washington pest control expert, serving Wenatchee, Chelan, Leavenworth, Quincy, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and everyone in between. Call 509-797-0090 for more information for make that Harvest Valley Pest Control. Pitch taken low by Cody Darcy. 1-0 the count. Cody with a base hit in the 2nd, has been hitless since. He grounded out to 3rd in the 4th and got aboard on a walk in the 5th. Sox with 1 on and 2 out in a 5-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. The toss over to the bag at first, and scrambling back safely was Torrin Montgomery. Gillis, prior to tonight, in his 27 1/3 innings pitched for the Applesox, has given up 10 earned runs on 13 hits, 35 strikeouts coming in. Done well for the Applesox on the mound as he's in the dugout here, hoping the Sox can maybe give him a little insurance. Next pitch to Cody Darcy misses for a ball. 2-0 the count with 2 down here in the 7th. Applesox with 3, 6, 7 men left on base tonight, including the bases loaded in the 2nd. Pitch to the plate, swung on and missed, and behind that one was Cody Darcy to count 2-1 on Darce. Appreciate all the folks joining us on our Facebook feed tonight, wherever you might be watching. Tell us hello, we'll say hello back. As we're in the bottom of the 7th and another close game here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Again, Vreeling ready, and the 2-1 pitch is off the glove and goes all the way to the backstop. That's going to allow Torrin Montgomery to get down to 2nd on a wild pitch, and the count goes 3-1 on Cody Darcy. A still night here at the ballpark. That flag behind left center field, you don't see that much here in the summertime. Just limp right now. 3-1 pitch high for ball 4. In relief of Vreeling. That is his 3rd walk given up in relief. So runners at 1st and 2nd for Wenatchee for catcher Cody Simmons. Simmons with a couple of strikeouts tonight, so he's looking for his first hit in a Wenatchee uniform. 2nd time around for him in a Wenatchee uniform, after he played for the team limited in 2017, but called in here to try to help the cause. Steps up in the right-handed batter's box to face Tristan Vreeling for the 2nd time. And the pitch on the way to the plate, swung on, and a hefty cut, but fouled back, and the count 0-1 on Cody Simmons. It is really comfortable now. 85 degrees here at our scorers table atop the Applesox dugout. Temperature up the airport's probably around 79, something like that right now. 0-1 the count on Cody Simmons. 2 strikeouts and a walk tonight for Cody. Vreeling with a check over his right shoulder at the bag at second. Pitch is swung on and a well-hit ball in the gap to left center field. Going to get out for a base hit and more. 1 run will score. They're going to try to score 2. Here comes the relay. The throw home will be up the line and a 2-run double for Cody Simmons. First hit as an Applesox drops in and he scores 2, and the Sox lead it 7-4.
Now batting for the Applesox, our second baseman.
Well struck ball in the gap between Luke Schwartz in center and Kyle Dean in left field. No trouble at all for Torrin Montgomery to come around and score from second base, and scoring all the way from first was Cody Darcy. Sox get some insurance here in the 7th frame. Jason Herrera now steps up. Pitch to him is in there with a fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Now we cast our gaze to Bellingham to see what's happening at Joe Martin Field tonight between Victoria and the Bellingham Bells. Wenatchee came into tonight tied with Victoria atop the West Coast League's North Division standings in the second half. This pitch swung on and a fly ball right to the center fielder. Luke Schwartz will be the final out, and we'll tell you what's happening in Bellingham when we come back. The Applesox get 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 man is left. We'll head to the 8th. Wenatchee leads it 7-4. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Life Channel.
Choose the pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
To the top of the 8th inning we go. Wenatchee is leading it by a score of 7-4 over the Yakima Valley Pippins. Kyle Dean, Christian Padilla, and Tyler Dean do appear in the 8th inning for the Pippins. And Brett Gillis continues to throw on the mound for the Applesox, who got a little bit of insurance in the bottom half of the 7th inning on a 2-run double by Cody Simmons for the Applesox. Cody settles back in behind the dish here to receive from Brett Gillis as Kyle Dean gets ready for his 4th plate appearance tonight. He's 1 for 3 officially with a base hit and a run scored. He's also walked and grounded back to the pitcher. And the first pitch to him here is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count to Kyle Dean. Well, we mentioned before the broadcast started that every game is a playoff game for the Applesox in this battle for the position, whether it is the championship of the second half or the best overall record for the North Division. That's what we're looking at. And Wenatchee leading this one 7-4. They came into the game tied with Victoria atop the North Division standings in the second half. Ball is going to be fouled down the right field line as Blake Klassen lost it in the lights. He had no idea where that ball was, so it's a good thing it went foul. Count a ball and 2 strikes on Kyle Dean. Final tonight in Bellingham. Victoria 5, the Bells 1. So Victoria gets the win tonight. So must-win situation for Wenatchee to keep pace in the North Division's second half standings. 1-2 the count to Dean. The fifth pitch here misses high and some chin music. And the count even to Dean at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Other scores, let's get you the latest as we look at the rest of the North Division. Bend has come back to tie it. It's the top of the 8th now, and Bend, Kelowna and Bend all even at 5-5. This pitch swung on and a high fly ball to right center field. Center fielder Harem will call for it and make the catch for the out. One out here in the 8th inning. In Port Angeles, bottom of the 7th inning, lefties trail the Portland Pickles 6-2 in that one. Top of the 8th in Cowlitz, Corvallis still leading over the Black Bears 7-3. And at Walla Walla tonight, it's the, well, they say the bottom of the 3rd. That hasn't been updated in quite a while, but it says Walla Walla leading Ridgefield 4-2. I know that was a late start time at 7 o'clock, but I got to believe they got to be past the 3rd inning by now, as we are at almost 9 o'clock in the Pacific Northwest. First pitch to Padilla, misses for a ball. 1-0 the count to the second man up here in the 8th. Padilla is 0 for 3 in the game. This pitch misses for ball 2. He got aboard on an error and scored in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and grounded out to 2nd in the 6th. A fine play by Jason Herrera to get the out. 2-0 pitch by Gillis, swung on a chop towards 3rd. Tough play, bobbling but fielding is Kiefer. The throw to first in time. Way to stay with it, Connor Kiefer. 5-3 on the putout, 2nd out here in the 8th. Boy, when you had a couple of errors like Kiefer did back in the 2nd, that can tend to wedge itself between your ears. So any ball that comes your way, you're thinking about what happened in the past instead of trying to erase it. But a nice job by Connor Kiefer to stick with that ball, field it, throw it, and get the out. 2 down here in the 8th as Tyler Dean steps up. 2 for 2 on the night. Couple of singles, a run scored, and a walk. Pitch to him by Gillis. Fastball misses low for ball 1. So that's up to date on what's happening in games here tonight, as Victoria has won. So Wenatchee facing another must-win situation. 1-0 pitch by Gillis is low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And we look down towards the bullpen for Wenatchee, and we see the closer, Landon Shire, beginning to warm up out of George Fox University. 2-0 count to Tyler Dean here with 2 down here in the 8th. This pitch is a fastball taken across the knees for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Catcher James Bell waiting on deck, hoping that Dean can coax himself aboard with 2 outs. This pitch is a curveball missing inside for ball 3. 3-1 to count as Brett Gillis works his 3rd inning of relief for the Applesox. Has walked just 1 so far and 3 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch is outside for ball 4. So his 2nd walk in relief puts a man aboard with 2 down here in the 8th, and that'll bring up catcher James Bell. Bell 0 for the night so far. A couple of strikeouts. He got aboard on an error in the 2nd and scored a run. Seth Kuykendall is looking to win this one as he went 5, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits with 3 strikeouts left with the lead. Brett Gillis working to hold it, and this pitch is in there for a strike to James Bell. 0-1 the count as again Landon Shire warms up down in the bullpen. 7-4 Wenatchee on top. Little breathing room here as they got a couple of runs more in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch to the plate, low and inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Coming up afterwards, we'll talk to Coach Kyle Crustangel tonight. Also pick another Applesox player to talk to. Maybe Connor Kiefer. Maybe we'll talk to Connor. 1-1 the count to Bell. This pitch swung on and hit hard but foul down the first baseline and bounces off the bleacher step on the top of the Pippin's bullpen down there, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Wenatchee 7-4 lead with 9 hits in the ball game, 3 errors as well. Been kind of an adventure defensively for the Sox. The 1-2 pitch is bouncing in, a nice stop by Cody Simmons evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Kyle Crustangel will join us on the postgame show, and if the Sox continue to hang on here, we're going to talk to Connor Kiefer about making up for some things in the field defensively, and he did it offensively here tonight. 2-2 count to Bell. Again, Gillis ready, and the pitch swung on and barely getting a piece of that one and fouling it away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Applesox, of course, can be heard on Sunny FM, on radio with our good friend Joel Norman, who provides the play-by-play. He's also the voice that you hear on the Applesox feed on Facebook as they bring all the home games on the Facebook feed. The runner from first looked at going, but a swing and a miss for the strikeout. 4 strikeouts in relief for Brett Gillis. Holds Yakima Valley scoreless in the 8th. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Wenatchee on top 7-4. You're watching Applesox baseball on the NCW Live channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Thank you much for joining us here on the NCW Live channel for our live broadcast of Applesox baseball. 4th of our scheduled 4 here on the television station, your local television station, the NCW Live channel, as we hope to possibly bring you maybe a playoff game in the future. Not too many days from now, in fact, a couple of weeks from now, as the Applesox look to get to the postseason for the first time since 2013. Top of the order due up for the Applesox here on the bottom of the 8th. Cody Colden, Connor Kiefer, and Blake Klassen are due up here in the 8th for Wenatchee as they lead it 7-4. A non-save situation here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Applesox, or top of the 9th inning, I should say. Landon Shire continues to warm up down to the bullpen, so I think they'll bring him in no matter what. Well, I guess it would be a safe situation. 3 batters, 3 runs. So, yeah, I guess that is officially a safe situation. If you're watching us on Facebook tonight, thanks for doing the stream. Hello to everybody, including Marlo Abrahams Dickerson. Of course, you know, on Facebook, we're given all your names, so I got to use them all. Hello, Marlo. Thanks for watching. As Cody Colden leads things off here to start off the 8th. He's 2 for 4 tonight, and the first pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. I already answered Aaron as far as the game being home tonight here in Wenatchee. Yes, Aaron, absolutely. Colden batting .281 on the season, swings and fouls the next pitch back, and the count evens to Cody at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we can't do this without our crew, and it has been an interesting summer for us here with Wenatchee Applesox baseball on the NCW Live channel, figuring out how to do the broadcast here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. A swing and a miss by Colden. He's behind in the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes as Connor Kiefer continues to warm up in the on-deck circle. Running miles of cable here at the ballpark before each ball game. The game doesn't start until 6:35. We're here usually between 3 and 3:30. This pitch swung on a fly ball to shallow right center, and in comes Luke Schwartz, the center fielder. He will make the catch for the out. So 1 out here in the 8th inning. We'll bring up third baseman Connor Kiefer. Dan Kuntz, our line producer and cameraman, baseball guy extraordinaire, on top of the first base dugout. Dan doing another great job here tonight. We were without Dan last week as he was on vacation with a family reunion. We certainly missed his services. This pitch swung on, hit hard on a hop on the ground right to third base, and Aiden Welch will gobble that one up and throw him out. So 2 down in the 8th inning for Wenatchee. Brings up right fielder Blake Klassen. Tucker Wagner, who normally is manning our van, is at a family reunion of sorts here this weekend, so he's out of town. So we've got Malcolm Whitehall in the van tonight, and back in the studios where Malcolm normally has been is Caitlin Hedersheet. Hello, Caitlin, and thanks for doing some baseball for us here tonight on the NCW Live Channel. This pitch swung on, and a well-hit ball in the gap to left center. That's going to drop down for extra bases as Blake Klassen will round first and head into second base with a stand-up double with 2 outs. And how about Blake Klassen tonight with a couple of doubles?
Good job, good hit, man, good hit.
2-out double for Klassen. Brings up center fielder Dalton Harum. Also one of our normal camera people out tonight, as she has got a camping weekend going on, Rachel Mandelis. But she's been a key cog to our crew all summer long doing these baseball games here on the NCW Live Channel. This pitch is swung out and missed by Dalton Harum. 0-1 the count. Dalton with a solo home run tonight. He's flown out a couple of times to right and also has an RBI with a sacrifice fly to center field. Connor Kiefer finishes officially 2 for 5 with 2 runs tonight for Wenatchee. As we're in the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-4, Wenatchee on top. And the delivery to the plate is in there for a strike to Harum, and the count 0-2. By the way, we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Pippins. The man they had warming up, I don't know if that's the guy on the mound or not, Bo Henderson. If my switcher in the truck could go to Dan's camera real quick so I could see his number on the back of his shirt, that would help me out. Can't see it from the center field camera. This pitch swung on, a popped up foul, and that one's going to get out of play. And the count stays at 0-2 on Dalton Harum. Let's see if he'll turn his back for me. No, he didn't. 2, thank you, appreciate it. So this is Bishop, and this is a new player for the Pippins, who was just added to the lineup here this weekend. Because I mentioned everybody has guys that are heading back to college. And so he's just been brought in. This pitch swung on and a well-hit ball. Right center field. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Rounding third, Klassen's going to hit for home. He will score. Rounding second, Dalton Harum stumbled. He will dive in, head first, safely to third base on an RBI triple. And how about the night for the former Wenatchee Panther, Dalton Harum, and the Applesox lead it 8-4. So Klassen scores. Harum winds up down at third base on the triple. Number of guys from whom we could choose for our post-game interview here tonight.
Hunter Montgomery.
Two down, 1 aboard at third. Hunter Montgomery now steps up, and this pitch swung on and grounded slowly towards third. Over to field and throws low, goes off the first baseman's glove. Another run's going to score, and the Applesox now jump on top of Yakima Valley 9-4. The Sox run for the postseason continues here tonight. Tough play for the third baseman, Aiden Welch. I don't know if they're going to give him an error. They will. They score an error on the third baseman on the throw, which was low. And so Harum scores from third easily on the play. 2 more runs in for the Applesox. They lead at 9-4 now as Torrin Montgomery steps up. First pitch to him, high for a ball. 1-0 the count as the Applesox, I don't know if they know, we know that Victoria won tonight, so must-win situation for Wenatchee to keep the winning going. Pitch here is low for a ball. 2-0 the count to Torrin Montgomery. The new first baseman has a base hit and an RBI, and he scored a run. Welcome to Wenatchee to Torrin Montgomery. This pitch swung on and missed. The follow-through, he came over and hit the shoulder of the catcher. So the count goes to 2-1 as Hunter Montgomery safely aboard at first base. Applesox looking for their 9th straight league home win in a row. Their 11th straight win overall at home. And the pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. To the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wenatchee has won 5 straight in league play. 8 straight league games here at home. Looking to add to that here. Got to get 3 outs, though, in the top of the 9th. We're not done yet. The winded delivery is swung on and grounded towards the gap, and backhanding the ball to shortstop. Throw to first, not in time. And an infield single for Torrin Montgomery will keep the inning going for Wenatchee. With runners at first and second, that'll bring up Cody Darcy. Nice try by Tanner Parker. The shortstop fielding deep in the hole from his right, throwing across his body, and that pulled Tyler Dean off the bag at first. So runners at first and second for Wenatchee with 2 outs, and that brings up Cody Darcy. Dalton Harum officially 2 for 4 tonight as well with 2 runs. This pitch is swung on and fouled into the screen behind home plate. 0-1 the count to Cody Darcy. Harum on that triple. Scored Blake Klassen, so Harum's got 2 RBIs as well to go with his 2 for 4 night, with a home run and a triple and 2 runs. The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Cody Darcy, who is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled back in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th, walked in the 5th, walked and scored in the 7th. Wenatchee with 9 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors tonight, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for Yakima Valley. 2 aboard, 2 outs, 2 in. Swing and a miss on that pitch as Bishop continues to throw in relief here for Yakima Valley. Bishop, the right-hander, looks in for the sign from James Bell. Has what he wants. And the right-hander comes set, checks the runner at second base, and the pitch to the plate is a little outside for a ball. Evens the count to Darcy at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6 minutes past 9 o'clock here in the Great Northwest on a humid night, hot night here at the ballpark. Probably the hottest night we've had all season long, and the Applesox hashtag coming to fruition. The Sox are hot, and they definitely are. Pitch here, swung on, laying down the left field line. Going to drop down for a base hit. Grounding third and coming home. Another run will score as the Applesox now lead it 10-4 over Yakima Valley. Give an RBI to Darcy on a hit to left field. Montgomery scores easily from second base. Torrin Montgomery holds up at second base. And that'll bring up Cody Simmons. Simmons got his first base hit. A double for 2 RBIs in his last plate appearance in the 7th. He's 1 for 3 tonight. So the Sox coming up with 3 runs and 4 hits in the inning and still batting. The pitch by Bishop swung on and fouled away on the first base side of the count. 0-1 on Cody Simmons. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Life Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by the Windmill Restaurant in Wenatchee. Prides itself on being a local legend for over 80 years. The Windmill features slow roasted prime rib, highest quality hand cut steaks, and fresh seafood. Homemade dressings and pies made daily and are the mainstay of this legendary landmark restaurant. Windmill has a full bar and an excellent selection of beer and wine from which to choose. Call the Windmill today at 665-9529. Swing and a miss by Simmons on the next pitch. He's behind 0-2 with 2 aboard and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-2 pitch on the way just misses for ball 1. Applesox Baseball also brought to you by One Way Construction, founded in 2000. One Way, a premier custom home builder and construction company in Leavenworth, Cashmere, Chelan, Wenatchee, and North Central Washington. Whether your project requires general contracting, framing, concrete, or consulting services, they want to be part of making your vision a reality. They believe that great communication and customer service plays the most important role of a successful construction project. Find them on the web at onewayconstructionnw.com. Simmons able to lay off on the 1-2 pitch, so it's now even to Cody at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, Bishop just trying to get the final out. Swing and a foul back on that one, so it stays at 2-2. Hunter Montgomery tonight at the plate for the Applesox. 0 for the night officially, 0 for 3. He did score a run. Torrin Montgomery 2 for 4 tonight with a run and an RBI. Pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cody Darcy on the night. 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. So the Applesox doing well up and down the lineup. In fact, Hunter Montgomery and Jason Herrera, the only two to not get a hit tonight for Wenatchee. And the again 2-2 pitch misses high with a fastball for third ball. 3-2 the count for Cody Simmons. Torrin Montgomery at second base. Cody Darcy at first base. Applesox with 3 runs in the inning. They lead it 10-4 here. They look to finish it up. The runners go. The pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. But they do get the 3 runs to add plenty of insurance. So we'll see if Brett Gillis comes out to finish it up here. Applesox lead at 10-4. You're watching Wenatchee baseball on the NCW Life Channel. We're back after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Landon Shire will take over on the mound for the Applesox. The 6'5", 215-pound junior out of George Fox University, originally from San Diego, California, will take over a non-save situation, but he could use the work, and so he will come out to face the Pippins here in the ninth. Tanner Parker, Aiden Welch, and Eddie Pelk due up here in the ninth inning for Yakima Valley, who find themselves trailing by 6 runs here, as they will face Landon Shire, who has been fantastic out of the bullpen for Wenatchee all summer long for the Wenatchee Applesox. So Shire on the mound for Wenatchee. First pitch of the night is a little outside for a ball to Tanner Parker. 1-0 the count. Parker 2 for 3 on the night with a couple of base hits. Shire making his 19th appearance of the season. This pitch misses low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Shire's ERA at 3.55, has 6 saves on the season. His record 1-1. Pitch swung on and grounded to second, and right there is Herrera, who will gobble it up and throw over to first for the out. 1 out here in the ninth, brings up third baseman Aiden Welch. Well, Blake Klassen, as we mentioned, 2 for 4 tonight with a couple of RBIs. Dalton Harum also 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. Maybe we'll talk to Dalton Harum on our post-game show. Tough to pick. Harum with a home run tonight, also a triple. Couple of runs driven in. Pitch here is a strike to Aiden Welch. 0-1 the count to the third baseman for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Welch 2 for 3 tonight. Couple of base hits and RBI. Next pitch low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Landon Shire takes over for Brett Gillis. Gillis came on. He pitched 3 innings of relief. Did a nice job holding things down. He gave up 1 run on just 1 base hit. Strike called to Welch, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to the Pippins third baseman. Top of the ninth, Wenatchee trying to finish up yet another victory, as Shire's going to have Cody Simmons go through the signs again. And the delivery to the plate swung on and missed. Ball got away from the catcher, but Simmons will toss down to the bag. So a strikeout, 2-3 on the putouts, 2 outs, and back to the top of the order for designated hitter Eddie Pelk. Or will it be? Let's see. It is Eddie Pelk. Had to see the back of his jersey to make sure it was him. Pelk 0 for the night, 0 for 4 with a strikeout, a couple of flyouts, and a ground out into a double play. And the first pitch misses low for ball 1, 1-0 the count. So we'll see if we can grab Dalton Harum, originally out of Wenatchee. Doing well for the home crowd here tonight, playing out there in center field. Next pitch misses low and away for ball 2 to Pelk, 2-0 the count. As Landon Shire tries to back up Brett Gillis, who backed up Seth Kuykendall. His pitch swung on and fouled away, and the count 3-1 or 2-1 now on Eddie Pelk. A couple of walks tonight for Gillis in relief, and he also had four strikeouts. Sox pitching staff with 8 strikeouts on the evening. Count has gone to 3-1 now to Pelk, as Schreier reaches down for a fistful of dirt before the next pitch. And it's on the way, and it is high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk given up to Eddie Pelk. And for Shire, that's his 13th walk of the season to go along with his 28 strikeouts. So if there's the only slight thing you could point out that Shire could improve upon is the walk issue. So a walk here. Luke Schwartz now steps up, and the first pitch to him misses outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Parker out on a ground out. Welch out on a strikeout. Pelk aboard on a walk. He's over there at first base. And a 10-4 ball game. Sometimes as a closer too, a little hard to keep your focus, and a swing and a foul back by Schwartz as the count goes to a ball and a strike. Kind of hard to keep your focus sometimes when you're not in a save situation. Crowd's really not whooping and hollering for you. 1-1 to count to Schwartz here with a runner at first base. And Shire, pitch to the plate is a strike, called 1-2 to count. So Yakima Valley down to its final strike here, as the fans voice their support for Landon Shire on the mound. The Wenatchee Applesox again looking to win yet another one here at home tonight. As the pitch is on the way, it misses outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Applesox looking for their 9th straight league win at home. Their 11th straight win overall at home. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and barely fouled away, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wenatchee trying to win their 6th straight league game. As the fans get into it. Runner at first, 2 down, 6-run lead for Wenatchee. And again, Shire with the 2-2 wind and delivery. It's swung on and fouled away, and staying alive is Luke Schwartz. As the chorus of claps continue behind home plate, Shire ready. And the 2-2 pitch again on the way, swung on and hit on a line to center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit, and the inning will continue here for the moment anyway for Yakima Valley. So runners at first and second as Pelk goes down to second on the play, and that'll bring up second baseman Brady Hormel. Hormel is 1 for 4 tonight with a double, a pop out, a fly out, and a strikeout. He struck out in his last plate appearance back in the 7th inning against Brett Gillis. Shire ready. And the right-handers look at second. The pitch to the plate is a little outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, Wenatchee and Yakima Valley will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon, 5:35 start time here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, as the Applesox look for yet another series sweep here at home. Pitch to the plate, fastball in for a strike, and a count evens to Hormel at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gorgeous night right now here in the Wenatchee Valley. Temperatures right around 80 degrees, clear skies, nary a breath of wind. 1-1 to count to Brady Hormel. And the right-hander's delivery to the plate is a curveball missing inside for ball 2. Seth Kuykendall stands to win this one. He went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits, only 1 of those earned with the 3 strikeouts. Brett Gillis held it with a run on a hit, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks in 3 innings. And now Shire misses outside with ball 3. Fans didn't like that one, but the glove of Cody Simmons did come outside the strike zone. So the count runs to 3-1 on Brady Hormel. Shire ready. And the pitch to the plate. Swung on and fouled down the left field line. Or is it going to be fouled? Oh, that's a fair ball. Extra bases. 1 run's going to score as left fielder Cody Colden comes up with the ball. 2 runs will score on the 2-run, 2-out double by Brady Hormel, and Yakima Valley still with a life. Thought maybe that would have some English on it and would go foul down the left field line, but no, it stayed just inside the baseline. And scores Pelk as well as Schwartz. So give Hormel a couple of RBIs, and that'll bring up left fielder Kyle Dean.
17 degrees in Joe Martin Stadium.
Dean, 1 for the Knights with a base hit and a run. He flew out to his last plate appearance to center field in the 8th. Shire just looking to end it here. And the first pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Kyle Dean. Shire, could he get his 29th, make that 30th strikeout of the season to end it? Trying to do that here against Kyle Dean. Dean hasn't had a hit since the 2nd inning. The 0-1 pitch on the way to the plate is low and inside for ball 1. 2 runs are in for Yakima, 2 outs and a runner at second base in Hormel, who just had the 2-out, 2-run double. 1-1 the count to Kyle Dean. Left fielder back in the right-handed batter's box, waiting for Landon Shire to come set. Here comes the pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled off, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Kyle Dean stands between Shire and the Sox, and another win on the season, which would be their 26th overall and their 14th here in the 2nd half. 1-2 the count. The crowd assembled here at Paul Thomas on Cougar night, hoping the Applesox can wrap it up right here. Shire ready, checks the runner at second. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and the ball game comes to an end, and the Applesox have done it. They've won 9 in a row here at home against league opponents. They've won 11 in a row here at home overall, and they win their 6th straight against West Coast League opponents as they get this one tonight by a final of 10-6. We'll head down field side and come up with your post-game show on the way here, and thanks for watching Applesox Baseball on the NCW Life Channel. We'll be back right after this.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frapita Mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the Mocha Frappitas.
A peach Red Bull.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today. Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCW Life Channel as the Applesox knock off the Yakima Valley Pippins tonight by a final of 10-6. Final score maybe not necessarily where the ball game went as the Applesox dominated here tonight. And now talking with head coach Kyle Crustangel, whom we'll speak with in a moment. But first of all, Blake Klassen, well, you come through with another couple of big hits tonight, Blake. 6 wins in a row here against league opponents. You guys are pushing for the playoffs. Tell me about your game tonight and tell me about that big double.
Yeah, right now I'm just looking for good pitches to hunt for, trying to get my swing back into what I feel like should be how I should be performing, and saw a couple fastballs that I liked, and I just tried to attack them as best I could.
Earlier in the night, you had a strikeout, and I kind of looked at the look on your face, and it was kind of a little chagrin there. Did you learn something in that at bat that you took into the next at bat?
I just learned to go think a lot less. I was overthinking myself, and I was thinking what he was going to attack me with, and obviously that's not what he threw at me. So I was just trying to really just simplify and just say, I'm going to get a pitch in the zone, I'm just going to attack.
How much are you guys paying attention to what's happening with Victoria and Bellingham as you guys wrap up the season here? Victoria won, by the way, tonight over Bellingham, so you guys are still tied for first place in that second half push. Are you guys paying a lot of attention to that?
Not much at all. We're just trying to do our thing. We're just trying to ball out and just get some wins still, get to playoffs.
Blake, what do you think the key is for you guys to turn this season around? Things kind of started off a little rough first half. You know, that last week of the first half, you guys really started to play better, and this whole second half has just been a complete turnaround. What do you think's been the difference?
We've just been really bonding together. We had some long road trips towards the later end, just playing every day, and we had nothing to do else but talk. So we've just been getting closer and becoming really close for a summer ball team.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Keep up the good work. Good look for that sweep tomorrow.
Thank you.
You bet. Blake Klassen joining us here on the postgame. You can go ahead and take off. I'm sure the coach got stuff for you to do. Coach Kyle Crustangel joining us here now. 10-6. You get a win tonight, and it doesn't matter what the score is as long as you get that W, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. This time of the year, it doesn't matter if it's ugly or pretty. We're just collecting dubs, so it's nice to go out there and get another win tonight.
Talk about Seth Kuykendall, a little shaky to start with, but, you know, again, a little defensive gaffe there. Didn't really help things out too much, but he stays with it. You guys stay with it and kind of settle things down.
Yeah, you know, Seth's good at making the ball go and play, and, you know, we really got to do a better job from the gates. 2 nights in a row where we opened up not making plays, and both nights, you know, between Seth and Sam, they both had to exit probably an inning before we wanted them to, but the defense doesn't make a couple plays, they got to throw some extra pitches. So, you know, Seth did a great job collecting outs, and nothing really phases Seth. And he's just out there pitching. He's going to keep forcing contact. I think he did a good job, you know, bearing through some of the defensive stuff, and definitely gave us a shot to win.
We thought about grabbing Dalton Harum, but he's up with Joel on the postgame on the radio side right now. And boy, that guy can hit the ball when he gets a hold of it.
Yeah, you know, Dalton's a guy that can definitely change a game in one swing. And, you know, tonight he drove a ball out and then got a ball to the deep part of right center and legged out a triple. But no doubt, you know, he's a guy that can truly impact in one swing. So it's good to see him connecting. Definitely ups that scoreboard when he is connecting the baseball.
You're having to move around some chess pieces here. You bring in a guy at first base who makes a heck of a play at first tonight and gets a double play out of it. Also gets his first hit in an Applesox uniform and collects a couple here tonight, as well as an RBI. You like to have Mr. Montgomery over there at first base.
Yeah, you know, man, he's special. You know, he definitely doesn't get cheated at the dish. And, you know, for going from a lower league all summer with a bunch of high school guys, he comes out here and definitely shows why he was a 35th rounder by the Marlins. I mean, he had a couple big league fly balls that he just missed and had a couple base knocks. I look for him to, you know, backspin some baseballs. Kind of another guy like Dalton Harum that truly is a foul pole to foul pole type of threat. Thought he had a good eye at the dish as well. So really look for him to, you know, definitely insert in there between Dalton and Klassen, and you might have the Montgomery Bash Bros here pretty quickly, so they might stay back to back.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to keep those guys back to back in the lineup too?
Yeah, you know, I was talking with Hunter in the 9th inning over there in the dugout, and he liked the Bash Bros comments. So maybe we'll keep the Montgomerys piled together and they can do some damage.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Kyle, and good luck on going for the sweep tomorrow.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Sox are hot.
You bet. There you go. Hashtag Sox are hot, and they definitely are, as they win for, what, the 11th time in a row here at home. They pick up their 6th victory in a row against league opponents with a 10-6 victory. We'll take another quick break, come back, wrap it up here from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as the Wenatchee Applesox knock off the Yakima Valley Pippins. We're back right after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
One more time around here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as the Applesox get the win tonight. It's a good night at the plate for a lot of guys in the lineup. Cody Colden goes 2 for 5 with a run. Connor Kiefer 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Blake Klassen, whom we spoke with on the postgame show, 2 for 4 with 2 runs and a couple of RBIs. Dalton Harum also 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Torrin Montgomery in his first Applesox game goes 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Also Cody Darcy 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI tonight. Everybody contributing up and down the lineup as Seth Kuykendall will get the victory. He goes 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, only 1 of which earned on 9 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Brett Gillis held things in check with 3 runs of relief, 1 run on 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and a couple of walks. And then Landon Shire came in, had a little bit of a trouble giving up a couple of runs in that night frame, but nonetheless, the Apple Sox get the victory, and that's all they care about here as they knock off the Yakima Valley Pippins. We'll go for the sweep tomorrow at 5:35 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Thanks for everybody involved with the broadcast tonight, including our producer in the truck. We had, of course, so I'm forgetting everybody's name suddenly. Malcolm Whitehall in the van here tonight. It was a hot night in the van, I can tell you that. Also back in the studio, Caitlin Hedersheet. We had Dan Koontz helping on cameras as well as line producing tonight. Chelsea Craig. We have Josiah Davison, and of course my wife, Marion Granstrom, the much better part of yours truly. That's going to wrap it up here from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Thanks for joining us for Apple Sox baseball all season long, and don't forget, you can watch the games back on demand on our website at ncwlife.com. Sox win it tonight, and the Sox are definitely hot. 10-6 the final. Have a good night, everybody.
You've been watching a special presentation of Apple Sox baseball on the NCW Life channel. Today's broadcast has been a service of these fine sponsors: the Alignment Pros and Express Lube, Auto Mocha, Biosports Physical Therapy, Color FX, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, One Way Construction, and the Windmill. Be sure to tune in for more Applesox baseball Saturday, August 3rd against the Yakima Valley Pippins. Thanks for watching this special presentation of the NCW Life Channel, your local TV station.